My ex-wife called me.
Okay.
To tell me my son was arrested for setting a house on fire. And I corrected her, saying our son.
And welcome to Bros, Bumps, and Beers. I am your co-host, Pat, the EST of Triple B Gagne, and with me, as always, is Matt Tooties Gagne, and of course, always with us is Jordan. The what the fuck you drinking?
Your last orangutan, Pat.
Did you just chug that as we were going on the air?
Yeah. It's so good.
Why are you drinking
Matt,
orangutan?
It
Shut up.
tastes even better when it's yours. Wait, hold on. There was a little bit left. I stopped.
That was my last one.
Yes.
Why did you? Why are you doing this?
I had one Slurpee POG left here. Where'd it go?
People.
Oh, people?
Yeah, like stuff.
Hold on. I'm not done this orangutan yet. Look at me. Look at me in my fucking eyes while I drink this.
This is, you know what? You're not the guava god today. You're just a dick.
I'm the lemon god. Oh, hold on. It's almost done. Hold on.
Oh, and now you can't even return the can.
No, 1 second. Oh, wow, they really don't fuck around with their labels.
I hope you cut yourself on it.
You super salty, Pat?
I am now. I was in a good mood until this shit happened.
You know what? That does have a hint of salt in it.
It does. It does have
like
a little
hint of
saltiness. Yeah. I have one in my bag. You can't have it, but
shut
I'm
up,
going to drink
everybody.
it later.
Shut up, everybody. Okay, whatever.
Reparations, Pat. Reparations.
I can't even. Somebody else take it from here. I can't. I need a second.
What's my intro? The Guava God, Jordan.
It's
The
actually
Jackhammer. I just tried to say.
the jackhammer.
That's pretty cool,
Who
right?
calls you the jackhammer?
Actually, most people called me Psycho.
Why?
Psycho Schofield.
Why?
I don't know. I was a little crazy.
Your eyes while you were chugging that
in the old
didn't
sporting
scream psycho to me.
sporting days. It was Bubba and Psycho, which
What
is a
position
very
did you
odd
play when
one.
you played football?
I was a linebacker.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
a fullback.
Oh, that
Because
both.
If you don't go both ways, you're not a real football player. Pun. Oh, you know what's funny? Now that I say that out loud, that's a weird way for us to say it in a football culture.
Yeah.
Because it is called going both ways.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, now we're like hockey guys. Now we're just
No,
really,
you are not.
we're
Don't
really-
compare yourself to
don't
hockey.
say
that.
You want to be a hockey
You
guy.
wish you were a hockey guy.
Football players want to be
We're in a
hockey
really
guys.
weird middle ground of sexuality, saying we go both.
Anyways,
Whoa.
moving
Pretty
on.
progressive. You know what? We need to be more progressive. I go both ways
In football.
in football. Well, yeah, in football. In football. Pat, come on, you were introing us.
So like, Pat, I'm gonna do a terrible segue, but
Go for it.
This is what you do, man.
speaking of football,
Let's.
it makes me think of dinosaurs. We were at.
Why are we going straight to dinosaurs?
Because I really want to talk about the dinosaurs.
You know what? That might have been your best
I don't
segue
understand
ever.
how that segues at all.
Because
So-
they're big football players and they look like dinosaurs. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
But
Okay.
seriously,
T-Rex arms.
we're at our. I guess what is he? Our cousin? Our
He's our first cousin's son.
first cousin's
So
son's
he's our third cousin.
birthday party, and it was a dinosaur theme. So they had dinosaur cake,
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
First
wasn't
of all,
I invited?
and
First,
the cakes were delicious.
because you drank my orangutan, you dick.
Oh. What are you, a fucking
Now-
psychic?
When you were there, Matt, tell me right now, how psyched were you about the dinosaurs?
I was pretty psyched. The dinosaurs?
Oh yeah, like dinosaurs. Favorite color dinosaur?
Red.
Jordan.
I know you're gonna get mad at me for this. Can you remind me what a dinosaur is? Am I
Okay.
thinking of the right thing? Is
Yeah.
it the sour?
Yeah,
like
it's the sour
shaped like
can.
dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Shaped
blue.
like a dinosaur.
Always blue.
There's
There's
no
no
blue.
blue.
You're thinking of blue whales.
How did I not? There's no blue.
There's yellow, orange, red, and green.
Did they not make this product understanding people wouldn't really know what it is and pick a color out of the hat? Blue raspberry is a definite sour color.
No,
And they
it's
didn't
Sal,
have
what
any
what color is
blue?
your favorite?
the green. Always green.
That's a good choice.
Green,
That's my
green,
second
Green
choice.
apple, right?
No.
No.
Lime.
It's stupid. No one liked them anyways.
But
I can Google.
I
it.
asked you at the party, and you were like, we should definitely talk about that. And now I actually want to know your answer.
Okay.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, you know what? We actually touched on that over the weekend, and I was like, I really had to think about it. You could go like the coward route, which I think Jordan will do because he's not really listening.
Guys,
Go on.
Google. Have you seen that show on Netflix yet? The one about the social network.
Social
or whatever it is?
Dilemma?
I just Googled Dinosaur.
Okay.
Now, you would think the first thing that would come up was the popular candy. Nay.
I say nay, nice, sir.
Phillips Brewery's Dinosaur.
Oh, so
came up.
good.
I literally wrote Dinosaur, nothing else. That came up, and I don't see the candy anywhere on page.
By the way, that beer,
So,
you could drink 2 of them
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
you
it's
get
too
diabetes.
sweet. Too sweet.
Google, if you're listening, please erase my search history. Thank you.
But my favorite dinosaur, Jordan would pick a coward pick. He'd go T-Rex, no problem all day.
Jordan, are you going T-Rex?
For favorite dinosaur.
Does it have to be a real dinosaur, or can I go like
No, you can't.
Land Before Time?
Those are real dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's a documentary. Favorite dinosaur. I actually only really know Velociraptor.
That's a coward pick still.
That's a mild coward.
Well, I only know 4.
So Matt,
Brontosaurus, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Pterodactyl,
But spelt pterodactyl.
and,
so,
and then I don't think the Velociraptor's real. Triceratops.
Yeah.
Yes.
see, one of my pick is in your list. I pick Brontosaurus all day
Why do you pick Brontosaurus?
because they're super tall.
Oh no! Sorry, Charizard.
The smile you had on your face when you said Charizard.
Charizard.
But here's the
Like-
thing. Here's the thing.
But actually,
That's a great pick.
I
That
was
is a
a
great
big
pick.
Bulbasaur guy.
That-
I know not a lot of people
I-
went like Venusaur, Ivysaur.
Venus-
That was my run.
That was the easiest one to get through the game with.
I know. That's why I picked
Yeah,
him.
but you know what though?
that was way ahead.
I feel
was
like
just trying to win.
I feel like if we did a flight and a pint of dinosaurs, Jordan would pick Charizard with his 5th pick, and it would all blow our minds. And
Yeah.
be like, well, that's a late round. That's a
It's
solid
too
late
late,
round pick.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Barney. He is my.
What
favorite.
other famous dinosaurs are there?
Oh, Barney.
What was that show where it was like the family of dinosaurs?
Oh,
Oh shit.
Yeah, and they like the final show is the asteroid hits and it kills them
Oh
all.
my god, that was such a good
Look
show.
it up.
Look it up.
Sitcom about dinosaurs. There, search it. Do you want to know my favorite?
Go
Wasn't
for it.
there an old like 90s? Oh, that's it. It's
Yeah.
called Dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
That TV.
When
oh
was
yeah.
that on?
In the 90s.
1991 to 1994. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay.
I remember watching that like
was
when you're
funny, man.
late night at a party
Yeah.
and your parents are upstairs and they're all hammered.
I
And
think
you're in the basement. For some reason, it was always on at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, what's that? If you could cue up the intro music to that'd be fantastic. Matt, what's your favorite dinosaur?
It's a toss-up between the Stegosaurus and the Ankylosaurus.
Oh, the Velociraptor was real.
Yeah, but
Why-
the
why-
way it's depicted in Jurassic Park is fake. It's a cross between...
No, that's
yeah.
a different dinosaur.
No,
Are dinosaurs just made up? Like after the first.
I feel like there's people who don't believe in dinosaurs, but like we
like,
found their
could I
bones.
just call something a Onomatosaurus and someone?
I'm
would
sure
be
that's
probably
true.
is a
I'm
dinosaur.
sure that's true.
Yeah.
Like a Paleontalosaurus.
famous TV.
Do you know what they call a
dinosaur?
dinosaur that's sleeping? A
What?
Sonorosaurus.
Oh boy.
I have to cut that out.
But like,
I have to cut that out.
but what's the second one? You said he's a Stegosaurus, and what was the other one?
Ankylosaurus.
What the hell is an Ankylosaurus?
It's got like a hard shell on top and a big ball on its tail.
Oh,
and
that guy!
Yeah.
That's a
So if he
solid
got bit,
one. That
he was
looks like
protected.
a freaking Pokemon for sure.
It
Oh my god,
does.
guys, Godzilla.
Oh,
fucking
Godzilla.
forgot about
Yeah,
Godzilla.
how do we forget about Godzilla?
Because he's not a dinosaur.
He's
just
a
meets-
mythical monster.
There's also T-Rex Zord, Parazord, Stegozord, Raptorzord, Triceratops. It's just all the Power Rangers ones.
Yes.
There's also that.
Man.
Rep-
Power Rangers.
No, no one
Who's
knows.
your? Okay, wait. Favorite Power Ranger.
Red.
Coward. Jordan. Favorite Power Ranger.
Original
As an
series.
adult or as a kid?
I want both answers now for some
As a
reason.
kid, black.
Okay.
As an adult, pink, because
Reasons.
suck.
I always went green. That's an original one. Green's an original one.
Yeah.
Tommy, man. He came back. Did you know he came back like 12 seasons later?
Yeah. He was on... I don't know, one
Littlefoot,
of the
Sarah,
Samurai
Ducky,
Ninja.
Yeah.
Petrie, Spike, Chomper. Those are the Land Before
Yeah,
Time.
Land Before Time dinosaurs.
Reptar from Rugrats?
We should talk about dinosaurs.
Rex
It'll be
from
dumb.
Toy
Yeah,
Story?
This is great.
Yeah,
Oh,
welcome.
I'm just
I mean,
going
I'm
to-
sure like at least 10 people have stopped listening because this is
I
ridiculous.
don't care.
But
No, everybody loves dinosaurs. Jurassic Park made the most money of any movie ever made.
Oh, Tricky from Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, yeah.
What else?
was Toad a dinosaur?
Oh, General Scales
No,
from Star
Toad is a
Fox.
mushroom. Yoshi was a dinosaur.
What
No,
was,
Yoshi was a
was
dinosaur.
that thing from Star Wars? It's a trap.
Yoshi.
Was that a
Yoshi
dinosaur?
was a dinosaur.
Was he?
Well,
Is he a dragon or a dinosaur?
I think
Is a dragon a
Wikipedia
dinosaur?
is saying dinosaur, and that is the foremost,
Yeah.
foremost research site on the planet.
Yeah, that's a good question. Is a dragon a dinosaur? Or is it in its own subcategory?
I mean, I think it's like a sister of.
You think so?
Yeah, like a sister of. It's like also a dinosaur. You know what I mean?
I feel like
Like it's like how a lizard and like a Komodo dragon are like descendants of dinosaurs. You know?
This is
wait,
true.
what?
I believe
Komodo
that's-
dragons are the closest descendant of dinosaurs
dinosaur.
on the
Bullshit.
planet right now.
Yeah,
I don't believe you.
Look it up.
I will, and I'm really.
yeah. It's like them and Jesus high-fiving as they went by each other.
I don't know if that's how that worked, but okay, whatever.
It's like them and
Jordan,
Jesus.
you see that line? You're right up against it tonight,
Okay,
buddy.
the next joke was going to be both aren't real, so we're really just
Whoa!
firing on all cylinders.
Well, this will be the last episode of Bros, Bumps, and Beers.
Well, this time because we're getting shut down.
Well, it'll
Not
be
because
Jordan's
they-
last
yeah.
episode
Yeah.
because all of a sudden he won't have a job.
New
Now-
produce- no, we're pretty
but now,
progressive.
like, because to bring it back to our point, the thing about a dinosaur themed party, it made me think of all the things that kids are allowed to have that if I got would be frowned upon. Like first and foremost, if I could have a race car bed, would you have it?
Right now, as an adult?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
a
king
king
size
size?
race car bed.
yeah,
It would have to have Bluetooth though. Like if it doesn't have Bluetooth, I don't want it in my room.
it has to be. Well, if you're going to go with that, it has to be a waterbed.
A water car,
Wow.
a race car
Yeah,
water bed?
that's like the pinnacle, right?
What if it looked like the DeLorean?
It has to be a bunk bed.
Oh
And it has
my
to be a
God.
bunk
A
bed.
DeLorean water bed.
And it has to be a
Bunk
bunk
bed.
bed.
I hope everybody's still listening because we were spitting out gold tonight, folks. But like, if
I am seriously excited about what we're coming up with right now.
so, like,
That's a lot of
next
spit
thing I'm
taking
asking
right
is because I didn't have a birthday party because of pandemic and people hated me and
Okay.
It's
that.
always
Move
next
on.
year,
But like,
unless you die.
Wow.
oh,
But there is always next year.
yeah, wrestling themed birthday party, wrestling themed costume
I've
party
been to
birthday.
a couple, and they've been good.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, they've been sweet. I've been to one when I was younger, and then one like a couple years ago.
Here's my issue with that whole concept. Every wrestler I'd want to be to have to shave my entire body.
Yeah,
to
that's the
pull it
tough
off.
part, right?
I was.
You were the Dudley Boys, right?
No,
was
that was
Razor
when I was a
Ramon.
kid.
Huh?
Razor Ramon.
I was a kid when I was. You could be Razor Ramon, or you could be Killian Dane. Because
I would be more Killian Dane.
yeah, is it? I was a kid. I was Bubba Ray Dudley when I was a kid. My mom is still looking for that picture, by the way. I'm blanking. The Mike Cochran, shout out Mike, was Scotty Too Hottie, and I was
Grandmaster Sexay.
Grandmaster Sexay.
You know, we should
Nice.
find that picture of
And-
that Halloween where we all went as NWO. You weren't
I
there and you weren't
didn't
there,
go.
but shout out
Yeah.
group. We all went as one.
There,
It was good.
The guy whose birthday party it was, shout out Justin, surprise party, and his now wife had a full Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah.
He married her, right?
Oh yeah,
Like on the spot?
Yeah,
right.
they were a kid, super married.
What's the kid's name? Randy?
Oh, you put me on the spot. I can't remember. I think it's just Child One.
Could you imagine?
You're
What
looking
would
at the
be
guy
the-
who would do it.
Another rabbit hole. What would be the best wrestler name for a kid?
Ooh.
Like a gimmick name.
Like good. Well,
Like
like
actual
normal
or-
or like.
Like I would
cool-
I would totally name my kid Hitman.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah.
Steve. Stone
Steve.
Cold. I don't know. I can't think of like.
Steve?
It's not Rikishi.
Batista.
Oh, Batista.
Batista, okay. We could all agree.
I
Batista
wanted to name my first kid Desmond for a long time. I feel like that just destines
Desmond.
them for athletic superstars.
It's got to be. You got to give him a good name. Like, you're
Like
not-
Desmond Schofield. That's not the middle linebacker
you know, I hate to
for the Packers.
I hate to
in
steal a line from
25 years.
Seinfeld, but if you name your kid like Jeeves, it's gonna be a Butler. It just has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
gonna, and
yeah.
people are going to ask him a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know? Okay, so
I
another
love it.
rabbit hole.
Oh wow, we're really going for it tonight.
We got plenty of time. We got
Ask-
so much time.
AskJeeves.com,
People keep
right?
asking us to make this section longer, but
Yeah.
guess what, folks? We're all 2-3 beers
Ask-
in.
Hey,
Jeeves
how do we even get here?
We're
man?
rabbit holing. I love this. It's like a
AskJeeves.com.
YouTube.
My dad still used that
Until
Fuck
shut
yeah.
down.
until
That
all of a
was
sudden it
probably
morphed
on-
into Ask.
That was probably on like base level Flash when he was using it. It was
Yeah.
probably like fucking base
Oh, yeah.
level, like
It was like the
1990s Java.
But he's like, there's something wrong with this site. I'm like, no, it just got rebranded. It's Ask now. Oh, okay. He kept using
Did
it.
he ask where Jeeves was?
Do you know
What
why?
happened to Jeeves?
I asked him, I was like, why do you use Ask Jeeves? Well, because you can put in actual questions and it'll answer them. I was like, no. It just gives you a list of results, much like any other site. And did you know you can do that on any other search engine? You can ask it a question,
Well, yeah, isn't every search technically a question?
You guys
but you don't have to formulate it in a question.
You
My
guys really
dad-
have to watch that
Social dilemma.
You know what? It's like there's a lot of shit I'd learned about before that I was like, it was one of those things you were watching, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, that exists. Damn it. And then there was a few things where I was like, oh.
Like, do they touch on, like, algorithms? And,
Yes.
like,
But in a way that's understandable. It's very complex, like the algorithms these companies use, but they explained it in a way that was like very easy. Like I thought they did a really good job explaining a lot of the algorithms that like I've come to learn about.
Like I'm not like trying to get like political or anything, but I wanted to test if like stuff happens.
It explains a ton about
so
that.
like I always follow Donald Trump because like hilarious, and then so I followed both his sons too.
Disavow.
I followed both his sons too.
Disavow.
Yeah, and like some weird shit's been popping up on my Twitter feed.
Yes. Okay, little spoiler alert. All the companies, and I knew this before I watched it, but I was glad it was confirmed, is basically they run what I would describe as a feedback loop, right? So if you are searching things for like Donald Trump and those related websites, it'll keep giving you the same stuff because the goal of that website isn't to inform you, it's to make you continue to use it. So what they actually touched on, which I truly believe in, and I was glad like me and this program saw eye to eye, is that the main... Well, they must have been listening to my communications, is that basically like the huge divide in U.S. politics is coming from social media usage.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's a big feedback loop. And you know when they're like, oh, you curate your feed, you're able to hear both sides. No. Nay. Because even like if you go on Twitter and you look at the what's happening now, it's tailored to you.
Yeah.
Facebook, it's tailored. Facebook's the fucking worst.
Oh, they
delete that thing yesterday.
So
fire it into the sun.
2 quick stories about Facebook. One guy I know he kept Facebook on in the background of his phone and talked about cats for 3 days.
And then he saw.
And then all of a sudden, his feed, every third thing was about buying a cat or getting a cat or cat food.
Yeah.
And then
who buys cats?
I don't know.
You just go outside and just take one.
Yeah. And then Chalmsy, shout out Chalmsy.
Shout out Chalmsy. All right.
Our buddy from hockey. You don't know Snacks?
Oh, Chomsky.
Yeah, he also goes by Snacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this guy. Right? I love Snacks.
So he's a big vest guy. Loves his vest.
Well, who isn't a vest guy?
Yeah. Do you have a vest?
I'm not a big... I do have one sweater vest because if you're a football coach, you have to have one sweater vest.
Does it have a letter on it?
No. It's just a flat black.
Oh, you're a fraud.
So he clicked on Marketplace
My
on
body's made
Facebook.
for sweater vests, right?
He clicked on one vest and sent it to us as a joke in like our group chat. He said his Marketplace feed is now all vests.
Probably all vestibules.
That's the vest.
I'm sorry that I started this.
I like that one quite a bit.
Sorry that I started this.
Yeah, no, you guys are bang on. I have like my car's coming up soonish, and I'm someone who like plans way ahead.
You have a car?
We're not doing this.
I thought it was an automobile.
Well, it's a car for some. It's a Jag for others.
He drives a Jaguar.
A Jaguar. But I do have to. I'm not going to get another one because reasons. And every company I've looked at, every website I go to, all the newest deals.
You should get a Tesla. Do you know it?
No,
Jordan,
you
should get a van.
Oh, Jordan.
One day.
You could get a van.
Do
you know they don't make vans anymore?
Yeah,
they do. Yeah,
do.
Chrysler does. Yes,
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. My buddy just bought one. Just bought one.
The
You know him.
Caravan was discontinued.
Yeah,
That's not the only company
that's
that
one
makes
van.
a van.
That's one
You know
van.
what, Pat? You hear they don't make bananas anymore? Because one plantation
They
shut
don't
down,
make
so they-
orangutan anymore, and you drank the last one, ass.
They had a bunch of wee beer. We were just there.
So
You
much.
didn't
Why
buy
didn't you
one.
get one knowing you'd be out so soon?
I'd come over there and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I'd pay for that
see
fight.
you.
I'd pay for that.
love
Can we
to
put
see-
that on
Is that
Instagram?
another video?
Can we put that on
Only
Instagram?
tickle wrestling.
Oh, with your shirts
I'm a
off.
football player.
We'll get so many hits.
Why are you making it weird again?
Guys, I'm a football player. I go
Why
both
is it
ways.
weird?
Because I'm hairy. People won't know I don't have a shirt
Oh, I'm
on.
just going to pull his hair out. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab his chest hair and pull on it.
Look, two things is going to happen here. Two things going to
Yeah,
happen
Pat,
right
pull
now.
us back on track.
Two
Here.
things going
Let
to
me
happen
see
right
you
here.
do
One, people are really going to enjoy what we're doing right now, and they're going to be like, do more of this. Or two, they're going to be like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Stop doing this and go back to the old way. I'm hoping it's the first one because I'm really enjoying myself.
Wasn't this the week where we were like, we don't have much to talk about in the first block.
But let's bring it
Where
back.
did we start?
Look, Jordan, we came in with dinosaurs, and this is where we are right now.
Yeah,
Let's-
where are we now?
Let's bring this
I
back
think
a little
I outed
bit.
myself as bisexual.
Jordan?
in the process of this.
You did do that. Let's bring this back a little bit. you went to the.
Oh, I'm so glad I get to talk about this.
Kilter.
You went to Kilter for
Yes.
it was.
It was the.
Last Day in
I can't
Paradise?
remember. I had a number of beers. I can't remember.
What was it called though?
Tropical
No,
something.
Last Day in Paradise or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
We should probably find that out right now.
Matt, if you could look that
I
up.
figured I would hope the guy who went knows what it is.
Any
Well,
excuse
he got drunk and he probably
any
forgot.
excuse for Matt to get on his phone. So really, you know, first of all, I'll get to the beers. I'll keep that quick. We got there at 7. Needless to say, it was a popular event. We didn't get in until 7:50.
Another Day in Paradise.
Thank you, Kay. We didn't get there until 7:52.
Oh, is that because you were late or because other people?
No, I was actually the first one there. Me and our accountant Shamil. But the best part about the entrance is
Shout out
that
Sham.
it's socially distanced, right? So you're waiting to get in. You're waiting in this line, and there's 2 seats right at the entrance glass, and I've never seen 2 people embrace being the bad guys more than the 2 people, because there was like a line like
Were you you're like
oh,
kudos?
Yeah, I'm just past the tree, and I am mad dogging these 2 people. Like, we have 5 people, so I can't even sit there. And I'm just, or 4, and I'm just staring straight at them. Like, get the fuck up. Hour and a half wait, or hour and a half only, bitches. Get, like,
Is there a time limit?
Oh, they clocked it hour and a half because there was a lineup outside.
Right, okay.
So, basically, we get through the lineup, we get in. Apparently, it was so busy, like, they way overshot what they thought for food, so there was only, like, half the things left. Still, what we got was amazing. But I'll just okay. No, I'll go. I got the queso.
The queso?
I got the queso.
Isn't that
I
just
also
cheese?
got
You bite your tongue. Queso is
no.
more
Like,
than
it
cheese.
was a smoked queso. It was very good.
okay.
I also got the spam on rice.
Yes.
I also got the macaroni salad.
So you got a little bit of everything.
I got everything that I could eat that I thought I would maybe like.
Quick little tangent. What's better, spam or click?
Click all day.
Click all day.
Oh.
Click was part of our youth, though. That's not even a fair question.
Yeah, you guys grew up different than me.
Well, yeah, 'cause
I've
we
never
used-
had to eat.
we
You're
used to
from
go-
the island, though.
No, it's more
We
that
used to
like
go to our pipette and mamers, which is French for grandma grandpa.
Yeah.
And when we slept over there, our before bed snack was click and rice.
really. You know what it was? I don't know if it's like my parents were big blue can Vienna sausages people.
Ooh.
I know that's like a bit of I don't know if that's
No, that's
That's a thing.
Yeah,
I
we
know what
didn't
that
do
is.
spam and click. We did blue can Vienna sausages.
Every family has it.
Yeah, so we like that. Here's what I'll tell you about the beers. So Slurpee POG, as you heard from the contention on this podcast,
It was great. I'm so happy I drank it.
I'm
I drank
going
it,
to-
Jordan.
I was looking forward to that tonight.
I'm going
I
to
was
also
ready.
interrupt you real quick. So, while you were at this, and I want to hear about the other beers.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
While you were at this, we were
fucking
at
hear it.
our slow pitch potluck,
Yep.
and I had one of those. And I was very excited. I had it on Friday night.
was very excited.
Blew my mind. I had it. I got all hyped about it. People are like, "Oh, what are you drinking? What are you drinking?"
What you got
So
there?
good.
All these like older people.
Yeah.
What you got there? What you got there, son?
That's so good.
So I flip on the podcast review in my head, and I start selling this thing, and I
Yes.
start pumping it.
Do you hear this, Kilter?
We sold your beer.
Did you move weight?
All of a sudden, I have poured a third of my beer into other people's glasses.
We're converting sales.
Honest to God, and I'm not just saying this.
Yes.
If I had
Yes.
6 of them
You probably wouldn't.
and
have
charged $5
You could have
a
sold
beer,
your
I could have
you
sold.
might have
I could have sold all 6. Like
okay.
people were intrigued.
I believe that because so Slurpee POG is like we started with that one in the 4. Our friend Yames, shout out Yames.
Yams.
As you know, was a detractor of sours this week in our group chat. He was very
Yeah,
salty.
he was a big hater on
Yes,
it.
he was.
He used to be
And
friend of the show. Now he's
I
not.
look right
Salty,
at him.
great
I look
quality
at
of
him in his
sour.
eyes, and I go, "Don't be afraid to be wrong. Don't be afraid." You know. And he takes a drink, and he goes, actually, you know what, Jordan? Yeah, that's pretty good. Like that's pretty.
No,
good.
it's more
And
than
for
pretty
James to admit that is
For James to admit that he's wrong.
a big deal. Okay.
Is he still breathing after
I don't
admitting
know.
he's wrong?
I don't know. Marissa might have choked him to death. It was just really
Shut up, Marissa.
Shut up, Marissa.
I don't really want to know.
So
about
here we
what
go
they do
to
in the
the.
bedroom.
This is the next part. So these are the 3 beers that weren't on the clock. Okay, or were like you can only get them in 5-ounce tasters. Okay, we start off with Jungle Bird, the most sessional beer I've ever had. 4.4%, and we drank it, and Shamil gave it a 5 on Untapped.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right? And it was that good.
Okay.
The only reason it didn't go that high for me is, as you know,
The scale.
4 is a little low, and the scale. 4 is me being like, cool, but now I need 12 of these, right? And that's expensive. So Jungle Bird was one of the best tasting session beers I had. Then we got to Mai Tai and Acid Trip. So Mai Tai was the double IPA that started like a Kilter beer, and then ended tasting like an IPA and had this amazing transition in the middle. And then
I want that.
And then
now.
Acid Trip was literally, and I'm 100% sure of this, not from, I just know in my heart of hearts, it was everything they had left over from making all their summer beers in a vat. That's what it was. So we're drinking Mai Tai, and like there's a little discussion about, about the flavor of it and what we think. Drinking Acid Trip, that was Marissa's favorite. And then we were all, like the guys, were just taking one beer at a time, right? Finishing it, talking about it. But Marissa's
Going back and
mixing
forth.
and matching.
Mm-hmm.
She's like trying the Mai Tai,
What is she
trying the
doing?
Acid Trip. She's fucking chemistry over there,
I don't like
right?
that. I don't
She's
like that.
she's galaxy braining it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden she looks at me and goes, Jordan, get a Mai Tai, get an Acid Trip, drink the Mai Tai first and the Acid Trip second. Or I can't remember if it is the way around, but I'll explain why.
I'm just so intrigued by
I
all of
drink
this.
the first one. I believe
Sad it was
whichever
me.
one had coconut was second. I believe it was Mai Tai.
Mai Tai would probably
Acid
have the
Trip
coconut.
first. Mai Tai, whichever one has coconut second. That's the most coconut I've drank in a beer, but it only came out after the first sip. It was like you had to sip the first beer, and actually I remember it now. The double IPA unlocked the coconut. It was like you drink the double IPA, you grab it, and it was everything Space Bounty should have been, but tropical. And it was, that's where I think I had 4 flights.
In an hour and a half.
Yeah, I went down a rabbit. Well, no, we got to stay longer because the door, like the line had petered out, so they let us
okay.
kill. But we had that. Oh, and a couple secret weapons mixed in. So
Yeah, and Secret Weapon, I had 2 of those this
10%.
weekend.
Holy
You drink
tits.
that with 2 beers after, you are having a great
Yeah.
time.
So it was just one of those things where like Jungle Bird was good, but I just kept going like Mai Tai, Acid Trip, and that coconut flavor was bananas. So honestly, I have to say Kilter is, in my opinion, now bar none the best. What they're doing is unbelievable. I think their beers are the best in the city. The only thing I would detract is saying it's a lot of sweet right now. Like I'd love to see
gotta
them
see what the-
throw-
we gotta see what the winter
I'd love
brings.
to see a
Fall and the
change
winter
up. But man, like I just don't think anyone makes. I don't think anyone makes summer beers better that
I
I've
have-
had in my life than Kilter. They're stunning.
I have
Nonsuch is
buddies that
usually the
been-
winter spot, but
I
we'll
have
see.
buddies that have been drinking Kilter for basically since they opened,
Unbelievable.
and they said their stouts, like
I
buckle
can't.
up.
I can't wait.
They said buckle up.
They're like first day have to get for me now. Like if something comes out, doesn't matter if it's a double, even a triple IPA. I have
Because
to
that
get
Secret
it.
Weapon was
They're
good. eh?
really good.
That was
like
really good.
so that was the event. It was fantastic.
Jordan, you're so cute when you love beer.
Yeah. Well, lucky for you, Pat. I go both ways.
In football.
In football.
Well,
So I guess now that this is a great opening segment. Can I just say I'm having a great time?
this is actually our shortest one in a while.
What?
Yeah, that's how much fun you two are having.
Wow.
I'm fucking bored, but no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just staring at the time.
Now that you're crushing beers right now, let's do a beer review.
Oh my god, I forgot we didn't do the beer review.
Yeah.
Never mind. Super not gonna
Yeah.
be the shortest one.
So
ever.
Matt,
Oh no.
Matt, beer
And
review.
we have the beer news.
Oh, Andrew.
Get the beer news ready.
I'll start now.
Matt, you're up there, sailor. What are you drinking?
So I drank already. I'm not drinking now.
Past tense.
Yes.
Oh, I know. I thought.
And I'm very sad that I only had one. So I got the new barrel aged from TransCanada Brewing. It's the Mezcal Barrel-Aged Hibiscus Gose. And first of all, it was in a bottle, so it was only 375 milliliters, which is a crime because this
You were robbed.
Yeah, I was robbed. But this is good. Like I was told,
smokiness.
get ready for like
something.
a smoky sour. And I was like, "Ah, that
Hits you
intrigues
like
me.
a freight train.
So you take the first sip, you get punched in the back of your mouth muscles here with like the sour, the Gose.
It's like your throat,
No, like the back of your mouth.
not your throat.
No. Anyways,
Trot. As my dad
so
would say.
your throat.
Yeah, trot.
And you get the tartness.
kidding, we don't.
You get nice cranberry flavor. I'm pretty sure it's cranberry. It's It's got a nice color too, and that's why I think it's cranberry.
believe it's
I'm not great at distinguishing fruit.
cranberry's tough. I don't know if that has a the fake cranberry. I think
Cranberry's
has
got a little tartness to it.
Yeah,
but fake cranberry is like strong, right? Like the turkey, the shit you get like cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
I don't
eat
know if
that
real
'cause it's
cranberries
too
are the
sweet.
Same thing, yeah.
but then you get this weird smoky smoothness at the end that your first sip you're like, what is that? And then you take another sip and you're like, I really, really like this. Like almost too much like this.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm going to give this a 4 on Untapped. You can follow me at Gagne Matt. That was good. Like give me 6 of these.
Wow.
Give me a 12-pack of these. I'll probably drink them all.
Do you think you can do all? Okay,
It wasn't
it's
sweet.
Me saying this.
It
You
was
really
not
think so?
sweet.
Because I was gonna say like, that's not a beer from the little bit I tried that I was gonna have 6 of. That was like, ooh, I tried it, wonderful. I like my smokiness in my food, I guess I should say. But
Like 12 of them, that's a lot. Like
I could drink
like,
12
you
pretty
know
much
what I'm
everything.
saying? Like
No, like, just
sessionable
like-
wise, like
yeah.
12's
Yeah.
a good amount of beer
Yeah,
for
I'm not
anybody.
gonna-
like I
you give me-
love
but
I
you're-
love Sucrum's Cosmos. I couldn't drink 12 of them in a row.
You give me you'd be like dead.
Oh yeah, but you know
Your stomach would be
destroyed.
Yeah,
inside out.
that's like-
it'd be
yeah,
ulcer
there's an
city.
acid to
you
that.
and me would be sharing.
But no, okay,
food
like
tablets.
realistically, give me 6 of those, and I'll drink all 6 in a sitting. Like it was good, and I find barrel aged can be a little peaty.
Who?
Pardon me.
Who?
So if you drink like
What's peaty?
you drink like whiskeys, there's like a peat to it, peat moss.
I've never heard that word.
You've never
before.
heard that? Okay, so like the moss, like the dirt or like the swampy kind
Yeah,
of.
I teach science. I know what it is.
Yeah, so that's peaty flavor.
Okay.
God, I hope we have a Saskatchewan listener to help figure this out.
And yeah, there's not a lot of peatiness to this, and I always find that it's like pineapple peat. It's PEAT. That kind of funk almost at the end.
Okay, I
That's
got
the
you.
peatiness. Yeah,
Brainexplosion.gif.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah. The gym teacher just taught you something.
Who's Jim now? Pete, Jim, so many
So
people.
many people.
I know a lot of
Shut
people.
up, Pete. Shut up, Jim.
Hey Pat, what are you drinking? I can't see through your cup, so it looks real good.
Yeah, it's really dark. It's we realized that my fridge was pretty barren, and we want to get some variety, so we went to Wee Beer on Marion.
Shout out
out
Wee
Wee Beer. And
Underrated beer store.
they got great stuff lately. It's
We as in
unbelievable.
yes, or
Yes.
we as in like.
We as in yes.
Okay.
So I went there and I picked up a bunch, but I decided to review the Airing of Grievances from Devil May Care.
That
I
should
got a lot of grievances, and I'm gonna air them.
That should have been the name of this podcast. The Airing of Grievances.
So it's a stout, and
No, it's not just a stout. Read the can, dummy.
I am. The winter stout is perfect for holidays
No, read the bottom. Under Airing of Grievances, it's not a
with cranberry.
no. The banner, the red banner.
Oh, mulled holiday stout.
It's a mulled holiday stout.
What is mulled?
It's like a
In
mulled wine.
Pat's defense, that was not the easiest
No.
thing to see on the can.
Like Deb, man,
I
get
know,
off my
man.
case.
I read it from across the table.
Jesus.
A
Okay.
safe 6 feet away.
So anyway, yeah, it says it's full of cranberry. Again, cranberry. Is it real cranberry or is it fake
I
cranberry?
hope it's fake. It tastes better.
Yeah, I think it is a little fake. It's got a little bit of that tartness. It's got some orange.
Canberries.
Yeah, it's got some orange to it, and
Orange.
it says a hint of mulling spice. So you do have a little bit of spiciness to it. It is dark as hell, though.
Is it tick?
It is not actually.
Actually, you
surprisingly.
look at it and it's virtually black.
Yeah, like you can't.
it's
Like I have
black.
words in black on the glass. You
Those
barely
are gone
can't-
from
Yeah,
this.
But it's not tick.
no, I don't find it thick. I find it very nice.
I don't like thin stouts.
But you know
But
what?
those are more.
Those don't look right. Those don't
Those-
feel
this
right.
is
to
the way
me.
I'll
those are
explain
more
it.
dark ales. The
This is-
thin stouts are more dark ales.
This is the way I'll explain
I
it.
distinguish the
I
difference.
am relatively new to craft beers in general. Only been drinking them since basically we shut down the city.
Oh, yeah.
I have never been around for the stout portion of the season. So this is new
God,
for me.
did we catch up? Well,
Oh.
you. I guess I was a little earlier.
Like
than you.
sours,
Holy shit,
sours.
dude.
I will say, changed my life.
Yeah, Winnipeg
Yeah.
was late on the sour
Yeah.
game.
So it.
But, arguably, but they
wonderful.
have come in with a vengeance.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
looking.
they have.
Everybody's
I'm
tossing
definitely looking
sours
forward
out
to
there.
having a lot of more stouts during the winter, and
Yeah.
and I have a couple friends who are big into stouts and will help me in that journey.
Well, let's not rush. 'cause
Shout out
we are
Stoutman
in-
13,
We
like I
are
said.
in Amber Ale.
Amber
Dark
Ale,
season,
yeah, I wanna
and we
see-
have to enjoy
Yes.
that season.
So on Untapped, you can follow me at Pat Gagne with 1 T.
That's it?
Yeah, just one.
Oh.
That's it. So I'm going to give this, it's not going to blow you away. It's pretty solid. I don't think I could drink more than one in a sitting.
Most stuff you can't.
I would give this, I'm going to give it,
pee before it's done.
I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think, fingers crossed, I'm going to find a better stout. So scaling, correct, Jordan?
Yes.
Scaling.
Oh, don't.
Stop.
Oh, you're
Stop.
too much
You're
tonight.
silly.
To be fair, I could probably bring you 3. I haven't even tried it, and I could probably bring you 3 better stouts.
Exactly. So,
Right
you know
now.
what? It's good. I'm not going to
And it's
shortchange
not
it.
stout season.
But it's going to be scaled.
Matt is our, I will say, the podcast stout guy.
So,
we're gonna get
Jordan-
some good
And I'm not
education.
even a huge
Jordan,
stout guy. I'm more of
over
an
to
IPA
you
guy.
to finish us out.
Over to me. Thank you very much, Pat. I'm going to wrap it up today with the new Nonsuch release of the Dunkelweizen.
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 Big shout out to Bayern winning the treble this year. Don't comment on that. I know you guys don't know what that is.
What's a Byron?
It's another name. We know lots of people.
Pete, Bayern.
Jim.
So this Dunkelweizen, this is a beer I really like, and the reason why is this. To me, most Dunkelweizens, or if someone comes up to you and they go, like, I've had a few sours, I've had some ales, I kind of want to try a dark beer. That's a dicey proposition.
So why not try a Dunkelweizen?
Why not try it? That wasn't German. You were approaching another ethnicity.
Did it come off as Jamaican?
No.
I could go right now, man.
Oh, okay. That sound Italian. You're just
Oh.
okay. So a Dunkelweizen, like non-such as Dunkelweizen, is they describe it as like a smooth and chocolatey way to kind of get introduced to a dark beer, and
It's a gateway dark.
I love Dunkelweizens because of that. I love that if you have someone who's like really, really getting into beer and they're like, I want to try a dark beer, but you don't want to like send them to like something that's, like Moon Tower, I would say is like a pretty strong stout. A Dunkelweizen's a good way to let them know if like they would want to keep going down the path. I think some would say that a Dunkelweizen is the marijuana of dark beers. It's a gateway beer.
Before you continue, did you have like a great day today? Like you were just
No, funny enough,
wordsmithy.
I don't know. Today was up and down. I had a workout before. I think that
helps. Okay.
Yeah, but Dunkelweizen is fantastic. Is it smooth? Yeah, easy to drink, not heavy at all. Chocolatey, 100%. I love the 5.4 ABV. That's really like the baseline for me to kind of like really put something in a good spot. I'm gonna give it one more sip before I score it. Silence for anticipation. We're back to an ASMR podcast.
No, we're not.
I'm gonna give this. This is gonna get a 3.5.
Wow.
Wow.
Good score. Something I would drink quite a bit of.
Got scale.
It's scaled. Something I would drink quite a bit of. I'll admit that, like for me, the winter beer scene for me is more like it's not like drinking 6 or 12. It's like I love like 10%. Like give me an old ale X from Nonsuch in the fall and the winter. I'll drink that every night. Like 10%. A whole 750 ml bottle. But if you are looking for a beer to help, let's say someone close to you, introduce them to the fall season.
Someone close to you.
Yeah.
No, this is true.
Friends
though.
and family.
How many people in the last
whoa, who've asked us like,
3
what
months.
do you think of this? What do you think
Never
of
mind
that?
that. If you had to
It's such a
pick,
burden now, right?
if you had to
I'm
pick,
being an expert.
if you had to pick 6 beer that I'm going to bring multiples of to a cabin to introduce people to craft beer,
True.
what 6 beer would you bring? What do you like? Like you?
Yeah.
And then you
Big sigh now.
But
We're
no,
at big sigh
it's not
territory in our
even-
lives
It's
now.
not even that. Like,
But it's like
remember-
not a burden. You're
Yeah.
almost like,
Remember
they're asking me.
That's a funny meme on Twitter of Gordon Haywood, and it said like, "This is someone who would talk to you for 3+
Right.
hours." I just wrote assault because that's all it was. It was a direct attack. But no, this goes back. Remember, I talked about. I think it was one of the TCB reviews, like that girl who,
Yeah.
I ended up just sitting down with, who was like,
Yeah.
"I suddenly like sours."
Yeah.
This is the beer if she's like, "You know what? I had fun with the sours. What else would you suggest?" And
Yeah.
I would go,
see-
here's what I would get, and now you'll know if you want to walk down the path of what you're going to get in the
So
next
now,
few
so,
months.
so I had that moment too. Of like right at the start of the school year,
Yeah.
one of my coworkers, she brought me cookies because she was making cookies for everybody. And I was like, I want some. She gave me some, and then she's like, I'm like, okay, you're the cook, you're the baker. I'm the beer guy. What kind of beer do you like? She's like, I like IPAs. I'm like, okay, like which one? She told me which one. I'm like, okay, hang on. I didn't bring her
What was it?
one.
Was it like Keith's?
It was something simple.
Okay.
So I brought her 3. And I brought a West Coast.
Okay.
I brought her a sour IPA, and I brought
was
her.
it curmudgeon?
I think it was.
Great
yes.
pick.
I don't remember exactly what I brought
Best
her.
sour you can get.
I brought her Murky Buckets though. So
Murky Buckets?
Is Murky Buckets, Desert Island. No, she liked Desert
Desert Island. That was
And
the one.
That's a
Juicy.
good 3.
And Juicy. She didn't know. She
Oh,
never had
that's
Juicy.
okay. That's a very good 3.
There's so much pressure on us now to give them people good beer, and I
But
kind of like it.
I honestly feel like there's no chance we give them bad beer.
You know what? Okay. No, I see what you're saying. Bad beer to us? No. But
that's what
boy, are some people
Some
like...
people are picky,
Yeah.
but
And you can
if
see
they're
in their
like this
face,
or-
they're like, oh, this is good. And you're
But
like,
that's
oh,
the
you
great-
lying. You
Yeah.
lying.
That's the great thing about beer is
You can grow. It can grow on you.
it can grow on you, but also something that I love, you can hate,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Yeah. But
Well,
anyways,
no, we're going to make fun of you
so-
mercilessly. But...
So a quick,
Well, yeah.
So a quick review. Matt on Untapped at Gagne Matt with 2 Ds. What did you What did you drink? Sorry.
The Mezcal Barrel-Aged Hibiscus Gose, and I gave it a 4.
I had the Airing of Grievances, the mulled holiday stout with cranberry from Devil May Care, and I gave it a 3.5 on Untapped. You follow me at Pat Gagne. And Jordan at JSco55 had
Which he forgot to say again.
the
Pat says it.
Dunkelweizen.
Dunkelweizen?
Dunkelweizen from Nonsuch, and he gave it a 3.5. And ladies and gentlemen, we still have one little piece of goodness for you.
Fuck. Hold on.
The
Pat, really draw this out.
Winnipeg Beer News
Longer.
of the Week. Moxley.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I noticed now that there wasn't a lot in the Winnipeg.
No, there really wasn't much
No,
this
there
week.
wasn't much. One Great City is making seltzers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you can make that face all you want. Have you ever had a seltzer? A hard seltzer? White Claw is a hard seltzer.
You mean,
Yeah, they're
like,
terrible.
you mean like a rum and coke?
So, is there anywhere in Winnipeg Beer News of the Week this week?
Why would a company make a seltzer?
Because
Is my stomach hurting?
because people buy the crap out of
Yeah,
them.
they do.
Idiots. Okay, well, if like One Great City, you did great with the cube, but talk about taking a step back. Oh wait, One Great City is back because they made a chocolate peanut butter milk stout.
Oh, that's
Oh
fun.
my god, it
That's
looks so good.
So this maybe all the companies got together and were like gun to each other's heads. Let's make a milk stout because I also understand Kilter made a milk stout. So for the second week in a row, we get to bring up Pat not inviting us to have
For that Rocky Road one?
the Rocky Road stout.
It was super good.
I hate you.
It was a nitro stout. It was super good.
I have,
It was a nitro?
What?
It was a nitro, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's why it's tough because I don't know if you've had the privilege yet, Matt, of having a nitro.
Yeah, I had a nitro in Minneapolis.
Nice. Okay, because they
And
are
it changed
they are
my
mind-altering.
life.
There is another new piece of news. B Boys is introducing a new mead this week.
Oh, Christ.
Right?
Yeah.
Pat, relax. It's 5%.
Oh, okay.
It's not murder ball, but
It's not a bazooka.
yeah, it's not a rocket launcher, but expect it to be hilariously sweet and for you to drink one and feel like you ate an entire cake. So I'm going to have like 4, but it's going to be delicious.
Now you want
But-
to share one?
yeah, we're all gonna shot glass. But no, I didn't find there was a ton of news. I think the Kilter thing was kind
So
of the
next
news,
week,
but we jumped
this
in that
segment
early.
will be 20 minutes long because
No,
everybody
I-
will come out and just start
Oh yeah, that's what
bombarding us.
happens, right? It's just like a big walk back. Like
Yeah.
everybody's like, wait, but I think the big news this week was the reaction to the Kilter thing. There wasn't too much, at least that I saw, that came out. But again, like I'll be completely honest. Totally possible I missed shit because this isn't my only job. All right, so deal with
Until
it.
somebody starts paying us,
Yeah.
this will be how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Pat, back to you at the main desk. This is Jordan from Pat's basement.
The studio!
So, anyways, guys, that was a lot of fun. We went from dinosaurs to talk about beer. Only on this show
We
could
didn't
that happen.
start. We started with. Oh fuck! We did start with dinosaurs.
Yeah, so there we are.
Jesus.
No, we actually started with Jordan going both ways
Right, in football.
in football.
So, yeah, we're going to take a little break skis. Yes, break skis. And we are going to come back. And we tweaked the wrestling roundup this week. Doing a little something different.
Yeah, it's a square.
Oh, we'll be right back.
Oh, Michael, this is going to be fun to watch.
And we're back. Hello to half of you.
Half? That's aggressive.
I don't know if that many people are still listening now because we went real long.
Tweet or Instagram mention the account. I want you to say, just tweet at them Raspberry Poptarts if you're still here.
If you're still listening, Raspberry
at
Pop-Tarts.
Bros Bumps and Beers on Twitter, just Raspberry Poptarts, or text one of us if you actually know us.
Yeah.
Just say Raspberry Poptarts.
Hashtag Raspberry Pop-Tarts.
Raspberry Poptarts.
Oh, we're gonna go with a hashtag.
Yes.
First
Yeah.
hashtag,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be trending.
If you are still
in
listening,
South Winnipeg, maybe.
if you're still listening after the first block, hashtag Raspberry
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
I don't
Okay.
know why
Are those
my
the
brain
best?
went
Are
there.
those the best pop?
Fuck no.
We're not doing this. We're not.
No,
doing this.
no. Are we talking Canada only flavors, or if you include the U.S. vended flavors?
What's the U.S.?
Oh, well, they have so much more. They
No,
have,
what is the U.S.? I don't know what that is.
Oh, the United States of America.
We're not allowed to go there. It doesn't count.
No, yeah, no, I haven't. I used to go there when I traveled for work.
We decided to switch up.
What are you now?
Stay-at-home bitch. But
You don't say that.
But anyway, so because there's been so much going on with wrestling, and
Fuck, Matt, you're on a tour de force tonight.
Jesus, that's a lot of beers.
Yeah, he started in a sour.
Guys, just relax.
He went to, what was that, Brewworks,
Yeah.
and now you're on Moon Tower?
Yeah.
Jesus, tits.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
anyways, so instead of doing a regular
Moon
wrestling
Tower is
roundup,
delicious,
we
by
are
the way.
going to change it up a little bit, and we're going to make this segment a little different, the wrestling roundup. Everybody is going to pick a rocket ship.
Ooh, Challenger 3.
No.
Oh,
Whoa.
Apollo 13.
No. Guys, let me talk.
sorry.
Okay, so the rocket ship will be something that you absolutely loved. It means you put that storyline, that person, that thing on a rocket ship, and you sent it up to the moon because it was that good. And then we'll go the other side. We'll give a wet bread.
Oh, Wonder.
Jordan-
Wonder who you're going to pick.
Because wet bread, we've mentioned this on a show before, is just you take a piece of bread, you make it wet, you throw it in the middle of the floor. What does it do, Matt?
It sticks.
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 It doesn't do anything.
And it's just in the way, and you hate it.
Some would say it's consistent.
No one will ever eat a piece of wet bread though.
So, anyways, Matt,
You get off the phone.
we'll do this. We'll do this.
You shush.
You tend to lead off things really nice, and before you drink too many beers and can't talk. Matt, what was your rocket ship
match.
for the week? Matt, what was
so
your
my rocket ship this week is nice
Nice
pull.
open.
Roman Reigns. I am all in on his new attitude. I would.
All right, Mark. Who's Mark?
Who is this Mark?
Who's this
you
Mark
speak
guy?
of? But I'm all in on his new attitude. He cut a very, very solid promo on Friday.
Does it bother you that he still cuts promos when he's with Heyman?
You know what? I thought it would, but then the way they have the camera, and Heyman, he's doing this on purpose. He stands right behind Roman, and just his facial expressions, like he's so proud of what he's saying.
Yeah, he's very expressive,
It's
right?
so good. And just the way he celebrated with, still don't know what Uzo it is, but
Insert name here, Uzo.
yes. Way he celebrated with him, and then as he's walking away, he's like, "Yeah, come on, Uzo." And then Roman just as soon as his back was turned, was just glaring at him.
Did you know Uzo means brother?
Brother means brother.
Read a book.
I have two honorable mentions though for.
Oh, we're already breaking the rules. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, because it's my show too.
No,
So-
they're all rock. Do you like it or don't?
Oh no, I really
They're
like
all
these two
rocket
things.
ships then.
So, and
Yeah,
these are
put
just
them all on the same
two
ship. It's not a
tidbits.
one-person ship.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They bought tickets too, and they're going to the moon.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they'll go to Mars. I don't know.
SpaceX.
Nars. It's pronounced Nars.
Nars. Alexa Bliss performing the Sister Abigail.
That's fair.
Does she do a better Sister Abigail than Bray?
It's close.
It's close.
I think that's a move that relies a lot on the seller.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think the people who've done it have.
I think everybody else is dead bodies,
bodies.
brain. I think the girls are working with Alexa. a little
Because
bit.
Nikki did a great job 2 weeks ago,
Nikki's great.
And,
she deserves better.
she deserves a sister Abigail. Yeah.
and Lacey Evans took it real good.
And I think what
The
it
Sister
is.
Abigail.
You know what I think it is though. I think with the women, they outweigh Alexa by a lot, so she needs the help.
Yeah.
Bray kind of says go limp, and it'll look better. It'll look more violent.
Yeah. Yeah, I could agree there.
What's your next rocket ship, man?
My other rocket ship. If you want to see one of the best sells in the last month, Ricochet selling the lumbar check from Cedric Alexander.
Incredible.
Ricochet makes everything look better.
Except storylines and angles.
He's a wrestler.
He's never been with Kurt.
Oh my god, I can't do this anymore.
But like, if you just paraded him out there every week and just let him have a match,
Like they do on AEW.
yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
he would just.
He says he's staying, guys. I don't know what we're
Well,
like.
that's
We
because
might as well
Ricochet's a
not talk
fucking
about it.
idiot.
No, that's because Ricochet likes money and he's dating that Ninja Warrior girl in
She's never
NXT.
going anywhere.
Exactly, so he's gonna stay there with her.
Who?
That Ninja Warrior girl.
Oh, Kat.
Casey-
Kat.
Cat.
She weighs like 40 pounds.
I know. I always think of her as Kat Zingano, but that's
Yeah, that's
right,
wrong,
but it's
yeah, that's
very
fair,
close.
very
name.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his sell of that lumbar check. Did you guys see it?
Fuck, those two. Their kids are gonna be 4'4".
Yeah. And be able to jump super
But
high.
did you guys see the sell of the lumbar check?
Yes.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, lumbar check's one of the coolest finishers in the
And
world.
it's made even better when he does a full
It's
360
a
flip
move
off
that's
of
meant
it.
for small.
Yeah,
a
you gotta-
medium
you
guy
can't
to
do
do
it,
it to a
yeah.
small guy.
Can't do it
That's
to
who it's
everybody,
meant
yeah.
for. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my rocket chips. Pat, back to you.
So yeah, my rocket ships this week for the first ever time will be our boy Miro. Miro has been on AEW television.
Hold on, the best man.
He is the best man. He's not just a best man.
He is the
best man. And great hair, by the way. Love
Great
the bleach
hair.
hair.
Oh yeah.
I wrote Slim a letter.
You think he's slim?
No, it's Slim Shady.
I butchered that, but
yeah,
those-
that's not too hip with the rap
Sorry.
music.
Sorry, I didn't
I
know-
wrote
I didn't
you,
know
you never wrote
2004
back.
called.
The thing specifically about Miro that I like is that they're clearly slow building him. Like I love that.
They could have strapped an actual
He could
rocket
have been.
ship to
He
him.
could have came out hot, come out. They could have introduced him, and he could have done something to Moxley and put in a program with Moxley. Right away. But it's very clear that's not what they want to do. They want to build him up, put him with a new guy, Kip Sabian, do the wedding angle. Something's going to happen at the wedding, and then Miro's going to jump off from there. So I think I love that piece of storytelling that you don't rush it. I feel like WWE rushes everything. AEW tends to not do that. So
I would have been okay though if AEW had rushed Miro.
That's what WWE wants.
that's what they want, but also
They're killing AEW slowly from the inside. No, I'm dead serious.
oh god.
AEW wants to push all these WWE stars. Listen, hold on. Let me just put my tinfoil hat on for a second.
I'm very excited for this.
I'm
by the
not.
way.
This is gonna be stupid.
WWE is continuously releasing their lowest level stars, and AEW keeps putting them in prominent positions.
Well, no, they're releasing mid-card guys.
Yeah, but like before they release these people, they're bleeding them out. It's not a quick. It's not like they're like, oh, you're gone. It's low. It's a slow. They're literally like smoking them for 48 hours. They're over smoking these talents,
Yeah, because
and
brisket.
they're slowly. But this is the point. Is they're like I am like Galaxy Brain. Is WWE just like, you know what? Everyone came to AEW to watch different talent, and suddenly we're watching the same dudes as different characters. And I don't think WWE is terribly upset as see their guys who they developed at the top of a competing company.
yeah, but you know what? Again, you have trouble differentiating John Moxley from Dean Ambrose, and I don't.
They're not different people.
But let me.
They are.
Let me.
No,
Of
they're different
all
characters.
of
Miro
all
More
the
than
wrestlers-
Brody Lee. Brody Lee's a vastly different character.
Okay, those two guys have done the best, I think.
Okay, but anyways, we're not gonna go down that road. But if you look at Miro and Rusev, if you put them
Oh, yeah,
side by
they're
side,
fucking different.
if you put them side by side, Miro, they're gonna try because they're gonna slow build him. He's got to be completely different, and I think you're not gonna see the Bulgarian brute. You're gonna see a fun-loving.
But
Miro.
what are you seeing if you're seeing that guy like if you're seeing Brody Lee and John Moxley at the top of AEW? If you're a wrestling fan, what are you really seeing?
Brody Lee doesn't do anything with the WWE character, so it doesn't really bother me.
But
Mox-
where do you know him from?
Yeah, he's kind of.
Do you though? Like
Yes, you do.
I don't.
TNA over the years always took like this is the problem. AEW, and I truly believe this.
Yeah, but
maybe one or two.
AEW is not
They
TNA.
cannot-
AEW is WCW.
But they cannot keep
Yeah.
signing guys.
No, but
they
they're
have
not.
to
I don't think they are.
Grow Will. Give me Hobbs.
Yeah, which
Grow
they're gonna
your own
do.
talent.
Which
But
they're
I,
gonna do.
Oh,
grow Hobbs.
that should be a rocket ship.
I just
Will
think
Hobbs.
that I think
To
that's,
the moon!
I think that's trouble. If like Cody's moving to the back of the line or to the back of the house, like he doesn't want to be
Prominently.
I'm just saying, like the more WWE guys you put in, the wrestling fan maybe they look different, But WWE's done that before too. They've done repackages. All this is a repackage with different.
But that's all
booking.
wrestling is. Everything's a repackage. You don't like, oh, look, a Hell in a Cell. It's just a cage
Not
match.
if you build your own guys. Though.
Hell in a Cell and a cage match are completely different things.
It's the same premise.
But
though.
I could see at the baseline. Like you would call that a successor. You
Yeah.
would call a Hell in a Cell
an
like the son of the
evolution.
the
like,
evolution.
Like, is Hell in a Cell an elimination chamber? It's just something different inside
It's
a cell.
basically like it's like the cage became the Hell in a Cell became
an
the elimination
evolution,
chamber.
like
but
a
it's
bull rope
not-
match is the same as a strap match.
An elimination chamber is the inception of cages because there's
Right.
cages inside a cage.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting until there's a cage inside the cage inside the cage.
Yeah, that's a Punjabi
with
prison
horns,
match.
Horn swap. Oh my fucking god! It is the Boon Swabi.
The Boon
Boon
Swabi.
Swabi.
Jordan, do you want to...
Jordan, can you tell us your rocket ship for the week,
I'm
please?
sorry, I'm getting big. Did you do your wet bread?
No, we're going to go around after and do that.
Oh, my rocket ship for the week was one of the best things I've seen in a long time. Was the street fight match.
It's actually called the parking lot fight.
Oh, sorry.
Again, is that the same as a
It
street fight?
started off with
No, it was in a parking lot, not a street.
with Ortiz spending maybe like 2 minutes under the hood of a car.
Yeah, and they just slam it.
And
Oh my
I watched
goodness.
that and I was like, okay. So here's what I thought about that match, and this might you guys can actually tell me if you disagree, like not how I usually shout you
Oh,
down.
we will.
I thought that was the safest worked hardcore match I'd seen in a while.
You know what, Jordan? You know what? Damn it, I agree.
Like
You
I
can't,
watched,
you can't, you know what? You can't teach chemistry, and I feel like those two teams
I
have it.
watched it, and I was like,
they trust each
this
other
looks.
big time.
All
I was
four
like,
of those guys are
this
pros.
looks brutal, but the pile driver on the hood safe.
Yeah.
Like
Even-
the
even-
throw through the hoods or through the windshield.
Yeah, Trent going through.
Perfect aim.
You're gonna get color
Hey,
on your
Sammy
back,
Guevara, are you watching?
but
Fuck right. Matt and Sammy.
you're gonna get color on your back. But it was done in a way that I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a shard. It's
I
okay.
mean, it started with him being in the hood, and I was like, "Oh, we got some new shit." First of all, someone at a Chevy dealership really hates the Cruze hatchback because I noticed all the other Chevys didn't really get touched, except for the one there was a red one in the corner. But that silver Cruze took an ass kicking.
Yeah.
Gonna go back to Galaxy Brain Jordan here. I'm not surprised that happened so soon after the Matt Hardy thing because I feel like
They wanted to prove they were safe again.
AEW was like, we can do this, and I think they proved it
Now,
in spades.
I kinda-
Also, the mom flipping them off at the
Love
end.
it, Sue.
so good. Sue
Yeah.
deserves a
That's
rocket
the
ship.
most fun. I mean, they're bleeding all over her seats, which is bullshit. But that's the most fun I've had
go to the
watching a
chamois.
wrestling
Shout out to
match
chamois.
in a while. Like,
like,
that was
so
20.
my-
that was 25 minutes of goodness.
I asked Matt, we
was good.
had a really quick
Like
discussion
15
about
minutes,
it.
but
Was it 15?
Yeah.
Oh, it felt long.
So Dave
It was
Meltzer,
good.
being Dave Meltzer, was picky choosy with what he rates during the week, and he rated this parking lot fight as 5 stars.
Justin Roberts said it was a fight.
Yeah. So he gave it 5 stars. Do you agree with 5 stars? I'll go first because fuck y'all. It is
Fair enough.
not, in my opinion, a 5-star match because
Sorry, to clarify, 5-star match or 5-star in the context of like
it's
a
a,
street
he
fight?
just said 5-star match.
Okay.
That's a Meltzer 5-star match. I cannot give such a gimmicky match 5 stars because you have so much helping you in that domain.
I see what you're
For
saying.
me, it's got to be one-on-one in the ring.
And I'll go next. As far as, and I like your
I
question.
think you and I are going to agree.
I think as far as a brawl, parking lot,
Street
street
fight
fight,
thingy.
like that kind of gimmick, yeah, that's a
I
5-star
agree.
gimmick.
That's what I thought too.
As far as that gimmick goes, that's a 5-star. If as far as matches go, I'd probably put it in a 4.5.
So now,
I'm very much with you on all
now
that.
that we're on that wavelength, so we just had the greatest match of all time. They said
that was a 4.5 wrestling match.
Yeah,
If
like
you
that,
tell
no,
me
no,
it's the greatest match of all time, it's not the greatest match of
Yeah,
all
but
time.
they say it's Orton against Edge. Would you rate that better than this
Yes.
fight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? This feels to me like we're rating like quarterbacks against D linemen, though.
but that's what wrestling is. That's what you got to do.
They're both 4.5, but I personally preferred the greatest match ever more.
Okay.
yeah. I don't,
Sorry,
I don't know.
enjoyed is the wrong word.
They're like
appreciated it more.
Yeah,
I was more entertained by the.
I don't know. They're apples
fight.
and oranges to me. If I'm
Yeah.
honest, like in my brain, they're apples and oranges.
Well, that's what the football concept of it. It's like, can
Yeah,
you really
'cause
judge
I always find
Randy
it
Moss
dumb.
against Emmett Smith?
I find it dumb when they're like top 100 players of all time, and I'm like, man, you got like eras and like
Yeah.
that's why I never.
But
I
do
think
they go both ways?
in football?
only
football?
only Dion does. Sup, Dion. But no, like
In football.
I've always really disliked that in any sport. Any sport. Like when hockey's like, oh, like who's the best players of all time?
Yeah,
No. Shift that. I'll accept forwards. Like it has to be split by position. You can't compare a quarterback to a linebacker. You can't compare like a center to a goalie. Like
It's tough
it doesn't
to even
make
compare
sense.
a center to a winger.
Yeah, if I
you're being
agree.
honest,
If
yeah.
you really look at, if
Yeah,
you're
so
like
the
somebody who
comparison-
really
yeah, I get what you're saying.
hockey, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. But we'll move on. Quick fire. Matt, your wet bread
We
for the
don't
week.
need to be quick, Pat. Don't worry, baby. We're
I
rolling.
just like saying quick fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Matt, quick fire!
Fire!
Fire fry!
My wet bread is.
I love that we use wet bread. I'm
Yes,
just a big fan.
I'm a big fan.
It's such a visual.
Shout out.
Like
Food Out
wet
the Block.
some bread in your house and throw it on the ground. The slap is pure hilarity. It won't go out your brain for a week. It's like
It's a satisfying thump.
whap.
Matt, on the IG, I think we need to have a video of wet bread being thrown on the
Yes,
ground.
I need you to throw wet bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need you
we
to
gotta
throw
do
wet
that.
bread.
I have
Yes.
no bread in my house right now. My kids eat bread. Actually, my daughter calls it pop because when it
Why?
comes out of the toaster, it goes pop.
Oh,
That's cute.
That's cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not
What do you want for
gonna do
breakfast? Pop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that. I like it. I'm gonna
Shut
start
up,
calling it
Blake.
pop.
So my wet bread, though, going back to what we're actually doing,
Probably that comment about his kids. Fucking boring.
is Otis.
That was cute.
I'm ignoring. I'm
sorry.
ignoring. your
I'm sorry.
bullshit.
That was actually cute.
I'm gonna sick my daughter on you.
No,
She's crazy, man.
You want? What if you were my daughter or your daughter and me become great friends, and she starts to take on?
You
my
probably would
tendencies?
become great friends. You're never meeting
And
my
she
daughter.
starts to become very neurotic.
Jordan, focus.
My wet bread is
she's gonna
Otis
like numbers.
as Mr. Money in the Bank.
I didn't even know he was still Money in the Bank.
I don't like where they're going with this. They're going with like an old contract.
Maybe
What?
they just can't get the case off him. Maybe he's just like, no, I really like this case. Guys. This is fucking
It's my lunchbox.
oh my!
Why haven't they made it like
They
a
have made it.
toolbox?
They have made it his lunchbox
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
okay,
I was
okay.
gonna say they
because
should.
Morrison stole the briefcase and thought he had the contract, and Otis said, "Oh no, I keep it in my lunchbox," and he unfolded the contract,
ham and sandwich.
and it said 2015 on it. So there's this conspiracy theory that WWE just making a mistake, or is that a plant for a future storyline? And now Miz and Morrison are suing him.
God, this sounds like wet bread.
How
I
has
know,
WWE
it's so
not
convoluted.
turned like you know how John Cena got the spinny belt? How has he not gotten like an old school 1980s
Yeah,
lunch
they're
belt,
cool,
right?
yeah.
Like, just an oversized
it's
one.
those little,
Yeah,
things,
little things.
right?
Yeah.
Otis is kind of getting
oversized
the
one's even
Rusev
funnier.
treatment. Otis had a ton of momentum, and then they're like, "Nah, this is not working for me."
You don't look like we want you to.
But I think the walking
Yeah.
around with the briefcase is a constant reminder to Vince. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got to build this guy eventually," and I think it'll all turn around. But right now,
I don't think it will. I think they're going to
feel like
find a way to
Carmella-
get him out of that,
Yeah.
and he's just going to be another
if
tag
you
team
don't,
guy.
if you don't get that shot fast, you're kind of fucked.
Baron Corbin, yeah, he lost
Mm-hmm.
when he cashed in, but Baron Corbin, like you said, he had go away heat.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like you heat,
I didn't want you to win.
and
I think he has the most go away heat.
That-
He did
I
up
think-
until
I
the
think
And
Otis-
pandemic.
I think
People hated
WWE
him.
realized that and capitalized on that and made him even more obnoxious because
Like,
he lost that way.
I think
Otis, I just feel like
Otis
it's
is
going
going
to
to
go
overtake Damian Sandow as the worst Money in the Bank winner ever.
which is crazy because Damien Sandow was over like.
But Sandow was, I think, was Sandow bad for booking or bad as a talent, like a wrestler?
There just wasn't much legs on that gimmick.
That's what I mean.
No.
I feel like Otis does
Yeah,
have
this-
comedic
yeah.
legs. Maybe, but okay, so he's better than he's the second worst. You know, like
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you know, like it's still
I get what you're saying.
rough. But yeah,
But yeah, if we move on to me,
that's
my
a good.
wet
That's
bread.
a good wet bread. That's disappointing.
My wet
Okay.
bread's going to be relatively quick. It's just going to be.
Oh, famous last words.
It's just going to be Ricochet in general. Like it's just, other than the lumbar check take, like he's just like
that match wasn't even that good.
there's
How do
nothing
you not
to
look
him.
at him and see?
There's no
something?
There's no personality there.
But he
It's
doesn't
just-
have that personality. He's a human
Put a mask
video
on
game.
him.
When he was Prince Puma
Put a
in
mask.
Lucha Underground,
I know.
I watched that. That's the only season of Lucha Underground
Does he
I've
have
ever
a
watched.
full family we can exploit for gain? Worked for Rey Mysterio.
He's not wrong.
Not wrong with that one. No, but like it's just like
How
He
about the
needs-
Buddy Murphy and the Mysterio daughter
Yeah, whatever
storyline
it
that's
was.
going to start?
Fucking soap opera bullshit.
I love it.
But but the thing with Ricochet, it's like after that initial debut, it's like, oh cool, he can do lots of flips, he can jump really high, he doesn't botch. What's left?
Someone's that talented. I bet you he could he could work. Oh, he did work a match with Adam Cole. I bet you he could do a lot of different match types. It's just his big failing is on the mic.
I think that's
But
why.
that can't be a mid card guy. That can't.
No, you know what it is?
What's so different between Ricochet and Jeff Hardy?
No, but okay, here's the thing.
Ricochet has a little bit more.
Jeff Hardy's got some natural charisma,
and he's got this likable. I mean, Ricochet
I get what
is
you're saying.
likable.
Like Mike's skills are both horrible.
Yeah.
but like I don't feel like Jeff needs the mic skills to be over. Ricochet doesn't have that it factor.
Ricochet needs to do some crazy shit, doesn't he?
Ricochet
Oh
needs
wait, I think he does.
I think Ricochet needs to
no,
do
you know
some
what it is?
crazy
Ricochet
shit.
needs to never have left NXT because that would be a perfect home for him.
He could easily be a stopgap in NXT where
Yeah.
we need a guy here. Ricochet.
No. I know you guys. You know where Ricochet just needs to be for the rest of his life? New Japan.
Yeah.
New Japan
You don't have to talk. You're not Japanese.
honestly,
Or-
he could go to TNA, and
I think he'd be successful in AEW before TNA.
Yeah.
No, and just hear me out on the whole TNA thing. There's not a lot of eyes on TNA, but if he goes there and does all the cool shit he does, all of a sudden he becomes a social media 1 minute clip darling.
He'll be good for.
I think you're overselling what TNA.
I think the problem
Impact is now.
TNA.
I must follow just a ton
No,
of
but you know
Impact
how-
stuff.
you know
Yeah, it's not what you think it is. It's okay, but it's like it's on at like if it's on at like 3 a.m. on a Friday and I just got home from a party. I'll
I
watch
watch
Do
it.
you know what the
all
truth
the
is with
updates on
TNA?
Instagram.
You know when like you have a brand.
First look, guys, stop calling it TNA. It's called Impact.
Impact.
Sorry,
That's
you know
my
when you
bad,
have
that's my bad.
Impact and it just is what it is. Like you can try to. It's like Salisbury House. If they suddenly tried to be Starbucks, try all they want. In your brain, that's still Salisbury
Yeah.
House. I feel like Impact. It's like try all you want. You're still Impact.
But that's the thing, though. Like, and you guys kept calling it TNA. It's always going to be TNA.
That's why
Yeah.
you almost have to like. I'm talking like
Shut
you
it down.
rip the guts out.
Yeah, and start something
Start from
completely.
scratch.
Yeah.
So Jordan,
Yeah.
finish this out here. What's your wet bread?
I'm wet bread. My wet bread this week is I think the number one wet bread of the week. But my bread has been dyed green with horrendous wrestling talent. Shotzi Blackheart getting a title shot over so much other talent on the roster.
Namely one.
Yeah, I mean, there's one. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but there's one extremely talented lady who better win the battle royale.
I was just gonna say, there's a battle royal this weekend.
Oh, she better.
I just need to understand what a Shotzi Blackheart is. Like, what's her gimmick?
She rides a tank,
Yeah, she drives a mini tank.
Why?
I think she's a punk rocker.
and she shook Io Shirai's hand.
Punk rocker.
So?
Punk rocker is to tattooed person what works hard is to like a white person. It's like if you. Here's what I'm saying. It's like in a sport they're like you know what
This is worse than the steak reference
No,
Matt
wait.
did
You
that
know
one
in a
day.
sport when they're like, you know what? This guy, like in football, he works hard. He's a real student of the game. He has a lot of grit.
He's probably a backup cornerback.
Yes. So if you have tattoos, you're like, oh, you know what? You're a punk rocker.
Yeah.
It means you have nothing. It's like the base stereotype of that human being, right? I know that's like a convoluted way to look at it, but like throughout history, if you had a ton of tattoos, you were metal or punk rock, and I
Yeah,
feel like that's.
no, okay, yeah.
I know that was a shitty way to get there.
Tattoos and long hair, yeah.
Yeah, and as a white guy, I went to my own stereotype, but like, that's what.
Yeah, it's just like she comes out and it's
she
like
just is what you look like. You
It's
know
like
what I
they
mean?
took-
Like
they
I know
took-
that's how. And funny thing is, Rhea is tatted to the nines.
But they took like every
but only
like
on her
every
legs.
like basic gimmick you can give like someone who looks like Shotzi Blackheart
And gave it to
threw it
Shotzi
at her,
Blackheart.
it hit her, and it stuck, and they're like, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
That's what a
but
Shotzi
here's my
I
Blackheart
want to
is.
see how she like. Where's Dakota Kai? Like, what
Why
are we
did she
doing?
get a title shot?
Well, that's my point. Where's what else?
Like, what did she beat somebody?
No, I don't think so.
Does this not feel transition-y to you? Like it's
would-
almost like they got I know this truly sounds homerish. I really think they're trying to build Rhea back to take it.
I think
again.
they should.
I really
I
do.
think they should.
Because
Never
they're-
For all the
off of
bullshit
her.
They
you say
had
about
them-
Rhea Ripley, she is the best talent.
They had
female
the
talent in
Mercedes
NXT.
match. She's getting pushed there for a reason. she's something. I think it's either she's going to win the battle royale or her and Raquel Gonzalez are going to have the
You
thing
keep
I've
calling it
been
a battle
waiting for.
royale. Why?
Isn't that what it is?
Because it's Finn Balor.
It's a battle royale.
No, it's a royale with cheese.
No, there's no E at the end, so it's a
Pulp
royal.
Fiction reference.
I got it.
Royale change.
Royale trays. So it just feels so transitioning to me. Like all of it just feels like, okay, we're just gonna throw these two until Rhea's ready to get back to being
I
Rhea.
can't wait till Aaliyah wins the battle royale.
You know what?
So-
Anything involving Robert Stone, when he's hilarious on social media. When he like wrote, like I think it was on someone's Instagram post where someone's like, something said. I know
Are you
it's
gonna
NXT.
say, are you gonna say the line that he got hit by a tank again?
Yes.
Yeah, you said that like 3 episodes ago.
because it's fucking hilarious. It was.
We are running out of things to talk about.
We just did a 45-minute opening block.
I know about
Oh,
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
You know what? Maybe. Why are we talking about wrestling? We just need to do 45 minutes on dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs and beer.
Dinosaurs,
Beers, bumps, and dinosaurs.
Yeah, the podcast just gonna be called Beers.
Bros,
to
beers,
beers.
and dinosaurs. Bros, beers, and
But you know what?
brontosaurus.
I
Oh, we
will
should
say-
change the name of the episode every week to just be like Bros, Beers, and whatever it is we talk about.
This week it's gonna be that.
Yeah, Bros, Beers,
But,
and
Brontosaurus.
But you know what though?
Brontosaurus.
But you know what though? I think this is a better way to do this segment, so we don't have to talk about absolutely everything. And,
It was funny the last few weeks when it was like, all right, quickly. Like, every time I ran the editing back, Pat would be like, okay, guys, hurry up. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Well,
I'm like,
shit,
Pat,
man.
we're on time. And it's all of a sudden he's like, well, we got to get through Raw. And we got to get through SmackDown. We got to. It's like, I agree. I think we're going to do it this way going forward
But isn't
because
that
it
a
feels
good
like
thing?
it's structured.
Isn't that a good thing when there's lots to talk about in wrestling?
I think that was our problem
Yeah,
recently.
that was the
we
issue.
were like, oh, no.
So now it really puts us in a box and stay in that
Hey
box.
guys, Clash of Champions is on Sunday.
Great.
I actually didn't know that. I won't be watching it.
Yeah. But we'll talk about it for sure.
I'm going to act like I will. Here's what will happen. One of you will watch it, and one of you will tell me the matches I need to watch. I'll watch it. I'll watch those matches only.
Jordan's a
Then-
good student. He does his
Then
homework.
I
Jordan
did.
will text me and ask me for my password for WWE Network again.
Yes. And then I'll scream at you when NXT isn't on it. And then I'll make you all watch Aha Kong.
All right, when we come back, we're doing a flight and a pint. And we'll tell you what that flight and a pint is right after this, right after we decide what it is.
This is dangerous, JR. This is real dangerous.
Oh,
Huge.
nice open again.
Love it.
Huge.
All right, guys, let's finish
Yeah,
out
Devin.
strong today. We are doing a flight and a pint.
A flight and a pint.
And we decided we were doing a flight and a pint of wrestling big men.
Because we talked about
men.
this, what, last week?
I think last week.
And we
Big
decided that,
Yeah.
why not?
So we had to put some parameters on it, or else Jordan would automatically pick Walter first.
Volta?
Vanta!
Drinking his Dunkelweizen?
Which, under these parameters, Jordan cannot select Walter.
You son of a bitch.
In order to be a big in order to be considered a wrestling big man, you must have one of two things, or both. You must be 6'8" and above.
Build that.
Build at, yes, because Hulk Hogan was billed at 6'6". He's more of what?
Bill?
I've met Bill.
We
Your
know so
dad.
many people.
It's your dad.
Oh.
The
Thrill.
Hulk Hogan was built at 6'6". I've seen Hulk Hogan
He's
in real
like
life.
6'3", eh?
He's like 6'4".
Yeah.
He's a bit taller
Yeah.
than me.
So it's build, whatever Howard Finkel would announce them as.
And he would announce the shit out of them.
He would. And also, you could be shorter, but you would have to be 300 pounds and above.
You guys
No, we
didn't
were
see that
saying
hand motion? It
350.
was incredible.
We were saying 350.
300.
300.
Oh, Jordan's making his list right now because he's shitty at this.
No, I'm adding people. I thought it was 350.
So the next order of business would be to select who will choose first.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, how would we like to choose first?
I'm ferociously typing, so just give me a
So either Matt or I will select
So Jordan
first.
will select third.
So
I'm
Matt,
writing him down as third.
No.
Yep,
No.
Too bad.
You
Already written down. It's in pencil. I
So
can't
Matt,
erase
I
it.
will-
I'm trying to find if someone's.
I will
of the
counter to
correct
you.
weight.
I will allow you to select first.
Fuck,
No.
he's just under
No,
Brock
I don't wanna
Lesnar.
select first.
Brock Lesnar is
Good.
just under
Huh?
300 pounds.
Good. I'll select first.
Obvious pick.
So yeah, duh.
Okay, it's one of two people.
It is one of two.
It is
people.
not. It is one person, and it will always be one person. Whether you believe he is a
I
great,
could tell how long he was writing who it is.
No, I'm just writing your names on the piece of paper.
Oh, bullshit.
Whether you agree with his capability in the ring, which most people will not because they saw him at a later portion of his career,
This is who you have to pick.
the man will always go down as the greatest big man of all time.
Yeah.
Strictly from a draw standpoint and strictly from a
I'm writing them down,
attraction
Pat.
standpoint.
Don't ruin my
Don't
day.
screw this up.
So the first overall draft pick in a flight of pint of big men, of wrestling big men, is Andre the Giant.
Good pick. I think that's universal good pick.
You can't.
There's no.
If you
fucking
don't
that
pick
up.
him, you're a dumbass.
We would have to restart. I
It
would
was
not
either
allow
him
anybody.
or Rhea Ripley.
Fair.
Yes.
Fair. You know what, Jordan?
what
I
is it, dude?
concur.
Yeah, what is
I
it,
would
dude?
concur.
That's the way you said it. It was either him or Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, it's the obvious two choices.
So yes, Matthew, continue. You have the second pick.
Well, I think the second pick is another one that is a no-brainer. You don't.
I hate picking third. I didn't want third.
You know
in this
what? I
one
would
at all.
argue that after the first pick, you can kind of
No,
go a lot
I
of
think
different
you
directions.
have. I think if you don't.
Bullshit. That never happens here. You're gonna yell at me no matter what.
Oh yeah, because you're an idiot.
I
but
think you have to pick this guy second. I think if you don't,
I'll be shocked if I don't guess what two you're gonna pick.
why
Me
don't you
too.
guess?
No. You
No,
say
you have
it.
to- you have to
and
say
No,
it.
I want you to guess.
No,
Because if
we're not
I
doing
guess,
it.
I'm gonna say Giant Gonzalez, and then you're just like, no, that's stupid.
I
Damn
can't-
it!
Really?
I'm just
No.
kidding.
Oh my god.
No, it's,
My eyes got
I gotta
really
pick the Undertaker.
You gotta pick
Fuck.
the Undertaker.
Fuck! You picked third.
I know.
Obviously, you're
So-
not getting Andre the
But
Giant
honestly,
or the
by
Undertaker.
big man standards, the Undertaker's not that big.
I mean, he's
Well,
billed
compared
at
to
what?
who
He's
is
built
first,
as 7 feet tall.
Who's
He's not
first
7
and
feet
who
tall.
No,
will be
he's
my pick?
six-
He's
6'8", I'd say.
No, in real life
Yeah,
or
in real life.
he's
or
somehow
like real
he,
wrestling build. I say he's 6'10". He's probably about 6'8".
he scrapes by on this one.
Yeah, like he's barely. But build no.
Do you think he's just over 300 pounds? Maybe.
Yeah, he's 6'10", 3. Or sorry, yeah, build 6'10", 320.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jordan, this should be good.
Well, no, this was actually really easy. I think this is like the next person on the list. Someone who I really enjoyed watching.
On whose list, Jordan?
Well, you
What
know,
culture or
something I
Bleacher Report.
Oh, I'm Simon from What Culture. I really enjoyed this for a big guy.
Do that again. Do it again.
Hi, I'm Simon from What Culture, and I got in the ring recently because I have some muscles. I don't know.
And now here's my list of guys with big triceps.
Why is this so funny?
It's one muscular guy and a bunch of guys who look like they sneeze if a weight came near them. It's all a bunch of different. Okay, so I would pick. Oh, Matt's done. I really broke
Get him
that.
his puffer.
Get his man down. Where's the defib? Okay. Oh wait, that's for your heart. That's the wrong thing.
So Jordan, who
entirely.
you picking?
Okay. My third pick is the Big Show. My first pick's the Big Show. The Big Show.
You're about around too early. I think,
I loved his versatility. The Big Show is like the of the three guys you mentioned. I remember watching Andre just because it was Andre. You had to go back and really take a look at who he was if you're a fan of wrestling. The Undertaker, I think, is the guy you have to pick next. So for me, I put Big Show in at number one on my roster because I think he is the quintessential big man who could do a lot of
I would
different
say a
things
lot
for
of
you.
people give Big Show a lot of shit now because he goes back and forth between babyface and heel so much, and WWE doesn't.
Well, that's
know how to
modern
book him.
wrestling
But
to
no,
a
but
T.
like
But
it's
it's
become a
because of
joke.
him.
It's become a joke. But I think he's probably one of the most versatile big men ever. Like from a standpoint of wrestling style, when he broke in, he was very much big man, slow build, and then he got athletic, and now he's
I think once and if you watch his early stuff in WCW, he did a lot of stuff in WCW that I wasn't.
You know what he was doing, I think, in WCW, and I don't know the story. I'm just going off guessing.
Have you seen his Broken Skull sessions?
It's good.
Yeah,
Steve Austin?
I was a long time ago though.
Okay,
But I
yeah.
think what
that
happened
was,
in
that was one of the
WCW
better ones, I think.
I think Show was listening to Hogan a little too much.
Yes.
I wish he should have. He's Hulk Hogan, and you're a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah, he was 20 when he broke in. Yeah.
Fresh out of the ball.
Yeah, so
fresh out of playing ball.
you listen to arguably the greatest draw of wrestling history,
Yep.
which is probably in the long
For
scheme
sure,
of things,
top three.
Like the long grand scheme of things, probably not the best thing to do because Hogan's going to try and make one person look good.
But if
and it's Hogan.
you're in WCW, and you're one of Hogan's boys, you'll stay around long enough to make it to do something.
Yeah, and Hogan brought him to the NWO because he didn't want the Giant at the time to make him look bad.
Yeah, he wanted to keep him under his thumb.
And the way they brought him in, if you take one look at that guy, sure, that's Andre the Giant's son.
Yeah.
That was the gimmick, and it made sense. And you know what? Now he's kind of
Jordan. The more we talk about this, the more I like it.
I
you know
knew
what?
it was a good pick.
It was just in my head I would have picked someone, but now that I talk about it, it's not a terrible pick.
This is the pick. I think at this point we start to get pretty dicey.
At this point, I feel like you can kind of.
I knew who I was going to take here as soon as I found out I was third. My second pick is going to be Bruiser Brody.
Why does he build that? See that?
You know why I looked him up and I thought I could get him under the radar.
300.
Yes.
Okay. Jordan?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bruiser Brody, I love actually quite a few of the guys on the list I look at are kind of like guys who grew up really working some hardcore shit, And Bruiser Brody was awesome. It's a shame how it's a shame how the man died, but he also has one of the biggest wrestling lore deaths of all time.
And you know what?
What a wild way for him to go.
As a wrestling fan, I knew Bruiser Brody was. You see that
Dark Side,
and you fall
one of the
down
best
this,
episodes.
I think I spent
so
I
good.
think after I watched it, I spent 3 days just watching Bruiser Brody stuff.
I watched 2 matches with him and Abdullah the Butcher. Those are ahead of their time.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Abdullah was.
And reading his book wasn't the best.
He's someone else who could be on this list.
It was more about him as a father and everything, which you should do. And his wife had a hand in writing it. But I wanted more of the story of the matches, and you could only really get that from Bruiser, and he's not around to do it.
Yeah, but
damn, he's 6'8".
6'8", just over 3.
And you know what? I think he was a legit 6'8".
It helps when you have the computer. Man. You can double. I've been ferociously typing. Brock Lesnar billed himself at 285, and I was looking. But
he's 6'4".
hard.
He's 6'4".
Yeah, but if he cracked 3,
as Pat
he would never crack
crosses out Brock Lesnar.
Because I was going to say right. So that's my picks. I believe we're back to Matt.
Yes, we're back to me.
Back to Matt for 1.
Okay, and I feel like I'm gonna get shit on for this. I am gonna go to Big Van Vader.
Vader.
Damn, I thought I was gonna be able to get him.
That's a good pick.
And here's why I picked him in the top 5, because that's the 5th pick. A lot of people are gonna remember him from his WWF days, and that was a tough time. I think he came in.
That was the worst of a really good career.
Yeah, because
I hurt, and then he wasn't healed, and he came back too soon.
Yeah, and I've been watching lately a lot of old early 90s, late 80s WCW, because all the Clash of Champions have been on the network.
Yeah.
And he's like the main event on everyone. Mm-hmm. If he's not the main event, he's in a huge profile match on all of them. And the guy was stiff as hell. He beat guys up, but then you go into a moonsault and you're like, oh yeah,
and you know what?
You shouldn't be able to do that.
I'm gonna be that mark for Vader. I read his book.
I need to read that book.
And the first thing he did, he was green, and he worked. The first person he worked with, Bruiser Brody,
beat his ass.
And he beat him up for months. And then he went to Japan, and Inoki looked at him and said, "Okay, your first night, you're gonna come in the ring, and you're gonna beat me, and you're gonna beat me to shit." And it made him for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Because he beat the undefeated Antonio Inoki. That's what he did.
If Inoki's
Love
gonna
him
put
as
you
a pasta.
Jordan, you're on fire today.
Man, this is just your podcast today, buddy.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, Matt and Jordan are both on their phones.
Not true. I'm not touching it.
Unbelievable right now.
I'm giving somebody home buyer advice.
That's the 3rd time I've said that
Not
today.
only am I a gym teacher, but I'm a realtor.
Anyways.
I'm not actually a realtor.
So do we care about my pick, or are we just going to call it a day?
Yeah, I know. I care.
No.
You should check your shorts on that one.
So I'm going to go. I was actually going to pick Vader if he was available to me. But I picked
the way
Andre
she
the Giant.
goes, Bubs.
I picked Andre the Giant to start, and I feel like I'm going to stay in the old school realm.
Oh.
And this may be a little bit over people's heads. I hope it's not. Giant Baba.
Oh, you went a little.
Is that a huge Ukrainian grandma?
No, it is not. It is. He was actually the owner and founder of All Japan Pro Wrestling. Do I know everything?
Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah.
Have you seen a Giant Baba match?
Yes, because I'm just like, you get stuck in the YouTube rabbit hole. Were his matches great? No, but he was a draw, and he made his company what it was. And
He made his company a company that got bought out by New Japan.
it took a long time for them to do that.
Yeah, it did. They existed for a long time.
Yeah, he was
Probably made himself a little coin though.
He did, and you know what? And he did have the same kind of condition that Andre the Giant did, and so he was a legit giant. He was big, and actually never had any kids because he wanted to make sure his kids didn't have the same condition.
Oh,
Fun fact.
Wow.
And then, but just the overall historical importance of him in Japan and in wrestling. You ask any diehard wrestling fan, they know who Giant Baba is, and they respect what he did in the business. So, Giant Baba, Pat's second pick. Now he's going to go to his fun stuff.
Oh, great.
So, he picked him. It's done. Matt's going to be upset about this
There's an
next one.
obvious pick.
No, don't do it.
We're in round
Don't
3.
do it.
It has to
Matt.
come.
Don't do it.
With his third pick in a Flight in a Pint.
There's 2 people that
Wrestling
have to
Big
go
Man.
in round 3.
The Samoan
No.
sumo wrestler.
No.
Yokozuna.
Yeah.
No.
had to
That
happen.
was my next pick.
Had to happen in round 3. Round 2 would be a slight reach, but round 3 had
Do
to
you know how
happen.
tall Yokozuna was?
He had to be 6 feet.
He is.
He was like 6 feet
Yeah,
tall.
he was like 5'11", 6 feet. Yeah.
My favorite Bruce Pritchard story.
But if he's sitting down, he can't fit in a car because of his ass meat.
My favorite Bruce Pritchard story of all time with Yokozuna was do you know what Yokozuna's favorite meal was?
Oh, I
Chicken
can't-
ass.
Chicken asses dipped in mayonnaise.
So, chicken ass, for those who don't know, if you spatchcock a chicken, that's where you
I'm sorry.
cut the backbone
What,
out and
you do what to
spread
it?
it open,
You do what to it?
you spatchcock.
One more time.
Spatchcock.
Okay, carry on.
So you spread a chicken out so it cooks faster. Very common when you smoke chickens because it creates more surface area and it's going to absorb the smoke more. I like to smoke meat.
With a spatchcock
Yeah, but there's a
Speaking of going both ways, Matt.
in football.
there's a
Well,
there's a tail. It almost looks like a tail on a chicken, and that's the chicken ass. And if you cut that off and deep fry it, apparently it's delicious.
Yeah, and he would eat like buckets of them, dipped in mayo.
Think of how expensive that would be.
wait, say that line again that you just said about where it is on the chicken.
It's on like the back, so you cut down like
Yeah.
almost a spine, which doesn't make sense. I know that doesn't make sense.
No, I know what you're saying. Are you talking about the There's a part of a chicken that's like super. It's all the chicken, the muscle of the chicken. Is this the same thing?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like genuinely the best part of
Yeah.
the chicken.
Yeah.
It's flavor times
he would
1,000.
he would eat those by the bucketful and
Yeah.
dip them in mayonnaise.
So not only that, those are hilariously expensive. Well, maybe not at the time, but that guy was ahead of his time because now they're like a delicacy.
He went to, again, this is a Pritchard story, and for those of you who don't listen to it,
Don't now, it's horrible.
no, their last episode was pretty good,
is
but something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard. I listen to it every week.
It is the wrestling podcast.
yeah,
It's one of the 2 or 3 wrestling podcasts that are famous.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, it's
That
one
Jericho's
and ours.
somehow. Oh yes,
And ours.
and then somehow Cornette, the sexist guy.
Yeah.
Just because
Disavow.
it's a train wreck. But Bruce Pritchard says he goes to the Undertaker's for a barbecue, and Undertaker got him literally a bucket of these, and the guy sat there and ate them and dipped them in a tub of mayonnaise till they were done.
Legend.
Gross.
So, anyways, moving on to you, Matt. He was also great in the ring, by the way.
Yeah, he was,
I mean,
Real fast and agile.
the bonsai drop.
Oh, body
and
bagging
also,
guys.
That guy lost. You want to see a dead body? Oh my god.
if you don't know what we're talking about, go on
That's your homework
YouTube
for
and
the
type
Yeah,
in
go watch.
type in bonsai drop of death.
Yeah, active list of people you don't want to piss off. Yokozuna during upcoming match. Because he did not lean off that bonsai
No.
drop. That guy,
No.
Guy's sternum.
And he was said. It has been said he's like a
Tested the
feather
human
with that
body.
bonsai drop. But if he didn't want to be, I'm sure it would not be
Oh,
fun.
man.
My lord.
Anyways,
Matt, your pick.
My
Matt,
next
to you?
pick. I think it's so.
an easy
Yoko's
pick.
gone. It's an easy pick for me. Bam Bam Bigelow.
Damn it!
Jordan.
That's not who I thought.
That's not how you thought, but I'm gonna say I'm a big Bam Bam fan more as an adult.
Oh yeah,
As a kid, he looked cool.
yeah.
But then you're like, I don't really get it. The guy was never really that over. Like, why did he headline WrestleMania 11? I never really got it. And now I watch it and I'm like, no, this makes so much sense. He's a guy you can put in there against Lawrence Taylor, who looks like someone who's going to beat Lawrence Taylor, but is going to be super safe for Lawrence Taylor to work with.
Yeah, and he was great. That was a great match.
That was better than it ever should have
And
been.
Matt, fun fact, you actually just picked the second member of the tag team in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
Vader and Bigelow.
Were
a tag team. Could you imagine being across the ring from that shit?
Yeah.
Speaking of a tag team that Matt passed up on, that was a chip shot. Could I make my third round pick?
Yeah, give
Sure.
her.
I'm taking Kane.
You know what?
Like, you had him and Undertaker side.
Now-
You could have put those two together on your list.
Okay,
And you didn't take
here's
it?
why I didn't. Pat has an opinion on this, and I know he does. Here's why I took
Probably
Kane
trash.
over Bam Bam.
What the fuck did you say?
Kane,
It's for sure trash.
Oh,
What's
okay, I
that
didn't
leg
hear-
drop
I
of
didn't-
doom?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Kane was a draw, but needed the Undertaker. Bam Bam was
I don't think
Bam
someone
Bam.
can be there that long and need the Undertaker.
he didn't need him later on.
All-time gif of him doing the fire hand signal and it not going off, and him
Oh,
just
yeah.
going,
Yeah.
just freezing.
And one of the best, one of the low key best
He started the
storylines.
movie.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
No,
He did. A
I mean, it was a
horror movie.
WWE
Evil.
movie. It was
Cena
probably
Evil.
like the Marine 45.
no Cito Evil. It was a horror
I
movie.
know. I was making.
Don't- that's not a funny
And
joke.
low key part of one of the funniest storylines, probably
Oh, which
top
one?
Team Hell No,
Yes.
like
Yeah,
the
very
therapy
good.
sessions
I also
with him
enjoyed
and Brian.
him trying
Oh.
to marry Lita.
Oh my god!
But Team Hell No, the therapy sessions are fucking hilarious.
Now,
Versatility.
My
Let's
issue,
talk
my
about
issue
it.
with
Big time
Kane is
versatility.
it's probably wrong and it's probably a garbage take, like Jordan says. I've never felt like the gimmick drove the career more than the person than with Kane.
I think you can only do what you're asked. And
That's
when
true.
he was unmasked, he was around for a while.
Yeah, and longevity was there. He did his job and everybody loved him. But for me, it just the gimmick outweighed him.
Is this the best fight in the pint so far? Like so far, we've gone through nine picks.
It's the least
It's
contentious.
been the least contentious.
Because
but
I'm
that's
like,
bound to happen.
that's a top 10 pick. That's
Yeah.
a top 10.
The problem is I think
the the bottom 5 are going to be a dumpster fire.
I don't actually. I think you're all going to agree with the next one. I don't know the guy
Well,
very.
this isn't the bottom 5. This is the 10th pick.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because
Yeah.
technically, the bottom 5 would be 11 through 15. Or are you talking about? Oh, you're
Yeah.
saying. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant something that. Misheard you. I'm gonna take Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh,
I don't.
Jordan going on the way back
So,
machine.
I don't know too much about his ring work. I'll actually admit. I know that
He used the airplane spin
do you
quite
know what-
prevalently.
Do you know what I know about Gorilla Monsoon?
He
I
was
know
one of the best commentators
I
of
know
all
he was a
time.
really good commentator. I know he put on a nice little show with Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And
That alone, you can stop right there, and that puts him in the top.
yeah. So I don't know much about him. It's just one of those things where like it's like a fantasy draft with
owned
like a
part
really
of
good
this-
player staring you in the face, and you're just like, eh. It's like Cam Newton late this year.
Yeah.
You gotta take
You
him.
can't just let him sit.
You know,
I
like
regret
it's
it.
Cam Newton. Yeah,
You
Yeah.
can't
so-
let him sit.
You can't
and
let
you
him
regret
sit.
it the whole
Yeah, so
time.
I'm going to take Gorilla Monsoon as the start of the 4th round. I think some real old school people would say that this was a huge like value pick, like he should have gone way higher. But I'm going to take Gorilla Monsoon
think
here
he
and
is
pass
where-
it back to Matt.
I think he is where he's supposed to be because just historical fact. It's like Giant Bubba. It's like it's almost like not okay to not pick him that high.
Yeah, it's like
Just historical fact.
it's understandable.
It's
But
like if
he
He could have not been on this list,
But-
and I would have been
But
okay with
he's a
it.
Bruiser Brody
But
guy,
I'm-
isn't he?
It's-
Like he's
it's-
up there with him.
You know what it is?
No, Bruiser Brody. If Bruiser Brody wasn't on this list, I think we would have got
Gorilla Monsoon
crucified.
has to be up there.
Oh, for
too.
sure.
Oh, he has to be, but
you know
I
what it
think
is?
most
not
people
pulling Gorilla
wouldn't think of
Monsoon
him.
on the top 15 list of big men would be like if you're making a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers and you don't put Hulk Hogan. No matter what Hulk Hogan's done now, and he's
Wow,
a piece of
disavow.
shit.
Disavow.
No, I don't think that's a hot take there.
He's a Mount Rushmore guy 100%.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But Gorilla Monsoon is not necessarily a top 15 guy.
I think so. Big men?
I
If-
think he's a top
yeah,
15
If
big man.
in our generation, I don't
You'll
think
say
so.
names that are more popular, but that doesn't mean they're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I think there's a whole generation of wrestling fans now that don't even really
There's
know
a
who
lot of
Muhammad
people
Ali
who,
is.
I think there's
Exactly,
a lot of
that's
people who
what-
would know who
that's
Bruce,
what
I think there's a lot of people who would know what Brucey Brody was. And I can tell you for sure there's a lot of people who won't know who Giant
Baba.
Baba is. It's like me saying aha,
but
Khan.
Bruiser Brody, if you're a wrestling fan and you don't watch Dark Side of the Ring, then you need to get
Shame on you, you're not a wrestling fan.
Exactly.
You need a Crave account, call me.
Don't
call me.
That's why Bruiser Brody, I think.
I already get too many
All right, Matt. 4th pick for you.
Okay, I'm torn here. I got 2 guys.
Who's that? Cam Torn?
I got 2 guys on this list here. Oh,
Does Earthquake's singlets go before Earthquake?
he's not. He's one. He's on.
He
a
has
list
to
I
be an
wrote down.
honorable mention. I was so comfortable saying Earthquake because
Yeah.
I
He's
just
gonna
can't.
be an honorable mention, but I'm gonna do it.
Come
and
on. There's a 4th pick here. Just tap it in.
Mark Henry.
That's not who I thought he was going to say.
Thank God he said him.
I am going to get a great pick late.
I'm a big Mark Henry fan. Again, as an adult, the more I watch the late 2000s, the more I'm like, Mark Henry's a badass. When Mark Henry flipped that switch all of a sudden, after his retirement speech, I think around that time, when he flipped that switch and he started the Hall of Pain stuff, Mark Henry's a badass.
You can argue Sexual Chocolate was great.
Sexual Chocolate was Attitude
fun.
Eras. That was
Mark-
entertaining
when
as
Mark
hell.
Can
Henry-
you argue meaningless longevity?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you doing here, longevity? And then
He's
all
a
of a
little
sudden,
bit. He's a little bit like Kane, late in Kane's career. The last 10 years in Kane's career.
Kane was much more significant through the body of work.
But he was more a placeholder. He was a gateway to the top.
Like, Mark Henry was
Where
like...
Mark Henry was more near the top. Really.
You know what?
at the
Hey,
same time.
I listen now to the Busted Open podcast. Mark Henry's a smart wrestling guy.
Oh yeah, he
Like,
studied
unbelievable. Yeah.
hard.
Like, he had
Talk
to
about
because-
someone who should have been on the desk a lot. Like, he could be
was-
a commentator.
You know what it
He
was,
should
though?
be.
Because
Yeah.
early in his career, he was just like, oh, I'm the Olympian guy, and I got this big... He was trash. He
I
was
can
so
pick
bad.
stuff up.
Yeah, he
like,
was just
they didn't
bad.
give him much to go with.
No, but he was trying to be something he wasn't. He didn't sell out to the big power move guy, kind of guy. And now he is. Hall of Pain was his best work he ever did.
And actually, he's a very underrated seller. You watch his
for sure.
matches, the guy knew how to sell.
Yeah.
But he knew how to sell like a big man. You don't want to give them too much because then you look weak.
Right.
You give them enough. Like his matches against Daniel Bryan beats the piss out of him, but he never gives him too much where you're like, Mark Henry, you're a pussy.
Right.
I think that's the first time I use that word on this podcast.
Who's that? In the studio.
Studio, Pat, you're up at number 12.
Oh, this is a chip shot. This is Kevin Nash
Ah,
territory.
Yeah,
that's it.
Diesel.
It was-
I was, that's
It
what
was
I
Mark.
thought you were
It was
thinking.
Mark Henry or Diesel.
I was sitting here. I'm like,
It was Mark Henry or Kevin Nash.
This is Kevin
No,
Nash
Diesel?
territory all day. Say whatever you want about the click, about all that bullshit that you can hear in the past. Kevin Nash, great big man. You can
He has one of the best 5-move sets of big men
I think you
in
could
big man
argue.
history.
I
Was he
mean,
the originator of the big man moveset?
Christ,
No.
no. But I think you could have
Sorry.
you could have a fun argument of when he was better, when he was peak Diesel or when he was original NWO Kevin Nash. You can have that discussion of which part, outsider. Which one was better?
I think Diesel, champion Diesel, gets the short end of a stick because he was in that dead era, sorry. And
He revolutionized the company when he went to WCW.
he did.
He
And
brought it back from the dead.
He did. And I think had he stayed in WWF, there would have been an upswing and he would have been, I think he was so cool.
He was. He's Big Daddy
He
cool,
was
man.
Big Daddy cool.
And you know what? Even if you go back to the old TNA stuff when he was in the Main Event Mafia, he was just freaking cool, man. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay that your gimmick's cool. What are you looking at?
No, I was just thinking. I'm trying to figure out who I'm gonna have
Now,
left.
I don't want to name drop, so I'm just gonna.
No, you're gonna take someone
I don't want to pick him because I don't think he's there yet. I think we'll get him in the honorable mentions. I don't think either one of you is gonna pick him. But my last pick, just because I loved him from the '90s to the Attitude Era when he switched, Big Boss Man.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that
Yeah.
I thought that was an honorable mentions guy, but I don't mind it.
No,
Late
you know
round.
what? I'm just
late round flyer.
Yeah, I like just the gimmick.
He's definitely the pint you order after the flight.
His gimmick should have died real quick.
But he's from Cobb County, Georgia.
He is, and he's the Big Boss Man.
Did he though? He's a cop.
He was a corrections officer.
he was.
He was legitimately
he's
a corrections officer.
he's essentially a walking Halloween
And
costume.
I've never done
Yes,
it.
yeah.
I've never done it, but if you go back in the Wayback Machine and you go and you look at his old stuff when he was like in Mid South and all that stuff, he was a big deal. He was a good worker.
When he first broke into WWF, he was a large human. He lost a bunch of weight. When he was at his largest, when he was in the Twin Towers with Akim, the African
Who
G.
has no bum?
When he was in that man moved incredibly well.
When Hogan sees you and goes, "I can make money with you," you're set for life.
Yeah, you really are.
So Matt,
I gotta cross him out. Hold on.
finish this out here. Jordan's really hoping.
See, okay.
He won't.
So I got two guys on my list here.
Football Jordan is
Oh yeah.
what's nice is I know a lot of old football players.
The
so
big cat earned laugh.
fuck you, don't you do it. That's right. No, that was my last one. I thought it'd be good.
No, I'm not gonna pick
That's
him.
not gonna be okay.
I'm not gonna pick him.
All right.
I thought he'd be an honorable mention.
There's so
I
many
understand why
football
you're gonna go
players
there.
in my head who I'm like, I think he played.
You know what? I'm gonna give a shout out to the modern big man, and I'm gonna go Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
My word, can you tell Pat's ran away to go to the bathroom because he didn't leap out of his shoes?
Yeah, that's why I picked him.
I'm
when Pat wasn't
slowly
here.
waiting for him to come back because I'm gonna stall
No, I
until
think-
we get to Braun Strowman because Pat's gonna come running back
No,
to
but
this
you
and be
have-
like, "You took him this early."
You have Braun Strowman.
He's not even. I wouldn't even. He's in his infancy. Okay, here it comes. Wait. He's getting-
Trash.
Yeah, I think that's early considering who's left.
Can I explain why I picked him?
Sure, it's early, but sure, you can explain.
So,
like you committed a murder, but like you can
Okay,
explain
the
why
fact
you
that
did
you're
it.
gonna pick Big Cat Ernie Ladd next
Yeah,
over the guy I left on the board?
Stan Hansen.
No.
Shit, he's that big too?
Yeah,
Man, I did not do enough research.
So
I'm just.
I always like to give a shout out to modern wrestling.
That's why I have the list up on the computer.
But and here's why I think that a guy like Braun Strowman deserves to be on this list is because Braun Strowman is the last true big man in WWE.
for now,
For now.
like it's Vince.
Jordan?
As long as Vince.
Could you please Wikipedia Big E's weight, please?
Oh boy.
He's
He's a shade under two, three.
I wrote him down.
He lost a bunch of weight.
No, but it says I think on his Wikipedia he's built at 280.
280. He's got to be over 300.
Is it?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Stupid idiot. Who's the
You don't think I looked this up?
Who's the big dude they have rolling around in Retribution right now? Not
Oh,
Retribution.
Dijakovic?
No.
Oh, the other one.
Dio
in
Max?
Underground. In Underground. Sorry.
Oh.
That
That
could-
guy-
But see,
gonna be-
that guy could be there.
Yeah.
But
I
he's
mean,
not
Great
there.
Khali's
that's a
kicking around.
futures pick.
That might be. Yeah. That might be a
Braun
rookie
Strowman is
draft.
athletic as hell. He's.
We're not saying he's not talented.
also-
We're talking body of work.
I like stopgap guys. I feel like big men who are stopgap guys who can go and you're like, I need somebody to put in here who's believable. Braun Strowman is that guy right now
Can
in
you imagine
WWE.
aspiring like Matt does to be a stopgap guy?
That'd be the best.
Hey guys, you know what I really want to be? Someone transitional.
Matt
I
wants
want
to-
them to use me and throw me
Matt
away.
wants to be Clay Guida.
Oh my god, the gatekeeper. Don't you talk poorly about the
or
gatekeeper.
Donald Cerrone.
Did you ever not want to watch a Donald Cerrone?
You're gonna get in a lot of trouble with me
Yeah,
if you keep
yeah.
saying those
You-
names.
Jordan, Jordan,
Disrespectfully.
Let's go.
The
'Cause
gatekeepers.
Those are
You know
two.
what?
Pick
Pat's-
Ernie Ladd so
Pat's
we can do
dog
honorable
learned
mentions.
yeah, I'm taking Big Cat Ernie
That's
Ladd.
fair, that's fair.
Because in my brain, I was like, wait, there's a bunch of football players who went to WWE.
There's only like 3.
Ernie Ladd.
no, but NFL, a couple.
Oh.
College,
Oh, yeah. there's
now
tons
the
of
list
calls.
is-
Ernie
expands.
Ladd underrated, like
wrestler in general.
contribution to wrestling.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was a huge man for that era, too.
He was. It was him, like the Butcher, and from what I'm reading, him, Ox Baker, the Butcher, 6'9", 3 bills. That guy got it done. So are we in honorable mention territory? So
May I throw off
we-
a couple first?
can I just say I already said? I'm just gonna say the people I've already said. So Stan Hansen.
Yes. Okay.
Actually in the top 10 WWE list.
Wow.
And the other one, and then you say a few, and I'll bring up anyone who I think you missed.
I would
Or
say
Matt and I think-
Rikishi probably up there.
Yeah, Rikishi was in the WWE list.
just outside of the...
You can't forget Big John Studd.
Yeah, Big John
I
Studd.
never
I hated
liked
him. I hated him too. But
Doesn't mean you have to like him.
the Yeti.
Yo, we're missing like a household name here.
Psycho Sid.
King Kong Bundy.
Yeah.
Like but that's a household.
Yeah.
Okay, but guys, Psycho Sid.
Yeah,
So-
Sid Vicious is up there.
Yeah.
Like he's a big. No, I'm saying he's on that
So I'm
list.
talking about
6'9",
stopgap guy?
309.
Oh, and that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It was Braun Strowman or Psycho Sid for me.
if you want to go really far back in time, Haystacks Calhoun.
That guy was.
That guy
on
was
my
like
list.
500 pounds.
Abdullah
was
Butcher,
huge.
we mentioned. Earthquake, I think.
We're talking about wrestlers. Abdullah Butcher ain't no wrestler.
He was a brawler.
Guess who?
Earthquake, I think, needs to be in there.
Earthquake's in there.
Yeah.
Viscera.
Mabel.
Those are some
Big Daddy V.
Those are some big titties.
Also, Kamala.
Kamala.
Yeah, okay.
Kamala's on the list.
Can I also say
Crusher Jerry Blackwell.
Beg pardon?
Yeah. Apparently he was 5'9", 474. That's why he
Wow.
left out to me when I was
That's a
looking
big
at the list.
I also think a guy that
One Man Gang?
Yeah,
One Man
I
Gang
can see that.
or Akeem Day After Dream. But Umaga.
Yeah.
If Umaga
What was
had
his weight? Was he 300?
Yeah, he was.
'Cause he
No,
wasn't
he
very
was
tall.
higher than that. They built him higher.
Because he wasn't very tall.
340.
He wasn't very tall. Yeah.
But he was a guy that I feel like could have
that was gone too soon.
gone
He
too
was really
soon.
good.
He
Okay,
was
can I get a take?
crazy
Okay, so
good.
here's the only guy we haven't mentioned yet. Like, who's at least he's 12th on WWE's top 30. Blackjack Mulligan,
It's a big boy.
big
Yeah.
boy. I don't know about his impact, but he's the only one as I'm looking
He's
through.
more behind the scenes guy, I think, if I remember correctly. That's one I'm not too
Yeah.
big
Can
on.
I just throw out a female name? Because it's big men, but it could be big
Sure.
women.
Like, are we talking like they cracked 3 bills, or are we?
No. We're
okay.
talking like a
Scale, you got to scale.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
scale.
No,
We're all
I
about
was
scale.
asking because I was like, that's a very small
Yeah.
list if there is one.
But I think the one woman that comes to mind is Awesome Kong.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
She, compared to every other woman she
I
wrestled,
think she just timing with her for everything.
yeah, and she spent a lot of time in. It was TNA at the
Yeah,
time.
and she was great at TNA.
Oh, she was a dominant.
I'm just
her
like-
and Gail
She
Kim
wa-
had
they
some
were the division.
bangers.
They were the division.
Her and Gail Kim was amazing.
You know, it's funny looking at some of these lists. Like, there's the list I pulled. I looked at a bunch, and there was one that I thought was like an actual big man list, and then there's one that was like perceived big men, like
Batista was
Batista.
on it.
George the Animal Steel was on one of the leagues, and it's like that's not a big man. He just like has the persona.
That's an imposing person.
Yeah,
I
it's-
was looking at a bunch of lists online,
yeah, it
and
didn't make
Batista was
sense.
on one. I was like, what?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not very big.
He's 6'4".
Because if you're putting Batista on, you're putting most like Sergeant
Most
Slaughter was on
wrestlers.
there.
But Batista was 6'4" and like 280 something pounds.
Built like a brick shit house.
But
so.
he looked bigger than
Yeah.
everybody.
Imposing, right?
Yeah.
So we'll do a quick recap. So I had first pick, and Pat selected the greatest team, that is Andre the Giant, Giant Bubba, Yokozuna, Kevin Nash, and he finished out with Big Boss Man. Matt had the second pick. He went with The Undertaker, Big Van Vader, Bam Bam Bigelow, Mark Henry, and Braun Strowman. And Jordan surprised the hell out of me, girl. He went with The Big Show, Bruiser Brody, Kane, Gorilla Monsoon, and Ernie Ladd. Who would have thought Jordan would have the most obscure list on here that I respect the most?
Thank God that most of these people play football. Because I was like, I know that guy. I remember
The
that
fact
guy.
that you picked Bruiser Brody fourth.
I
Flabbergasted me.
think that's where he's supposed to go.
Oh yeah. absolutely.
It's more one of those things where I'm just happy I did what I should have. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that was his spot.
The only thing that's arguable is he a top 3? Should he have gone before Big Show?
I think that's
Big
I
Show's
think
a
you could
true
have-
big man?
I think I could have flipped him.
Yeah.
I could have
But
flipped
it's
him.
all the same.
It's all the same, yeah.
But yeah, so glad that this Fight in a Pint was great, because next week we're going back to
If you're fucking still here, raspberry
hashtag Raspberry
raspberry
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Raspberry Pop-Tarts.
No, if you're still here, blueberry Pop-Tarts.
Wow.
Change it. If you're still here, hashtag blueberry Pop-Tarts. If there's one of you, I'll be fucking shocked.
So so thank God this was good, because next week we're going back to Retro Review, and we are going to do our first WCW pay-per-view.
What are we doing?
We're doing
Why are we
Hog
picking bad
Wild.
Oh, we're doing Road Wild because
Oh.
he got sued.
Right.
Why are we
Road
picking-
Wild
Why are we
1998.
picking bad pay-per-views
The
I
main
know
event
nothing about? I
is
can't put
Jay
out?
Leno and DDP.
Can we pick something else?
No,
Please?
No, we cannot,
Anything
Jordan.
else?
Cannot.
Anything but this.
Jordan, go watch this. I'm halfway through and I'm like, I'm not even bored because it's that bad.
There's so many questions.
Is Mongo on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll watch it.
So yeah,
Because
we'll
if
be
you
doing.
watch Botch
Hashtag Mongo Mondays.
Friday or Mongo Mondays.
There's a whole Twitter account of just Mongo
It's
doing
incredible.
stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do Road Wild 1998 live from Sturgis. Vring vring. motorcycles. So we will do that, and next week we'll see you next week. You can follow us on Instagram at Bros Bumps and Beers AND, on the Twitter, but you probably won't, at Bros Bumps Beers. You can follow us on Untapped at JSco55, at Gani and Matt with Tooties, and myself at Pat Gani, and we will see you next week for another episode of Bros Bumps and Beers.